Welcome to Burbank, California, and welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Yeah, we're here in Burbank, California. We are taking the recently slightly updated E-Jet from Flight Sim Studios. And I know there is a bunch of bad press from FSS. One is the FMC, been waiting for that for a while. The other would be the 727 that came out, had some issues, isn't quite functional 100% in Flight Sim 2024. But regardless, the E-Jet is a fantastic, fun plane to fly. It has its issues, there's no doubt about it. It has its issues. But if you look past some of those issues, it is an incredible, fun plane to fly. And the flight model, which has not been adjusted by FSS, hasn't been adjusted by them, but because of the change for 2024, it handles even better here in 2024. We got a Southwest pushing back there. We're using Beyondatc. We are using A Pilot's Life, Chapter 2. The flight is a SkyWest flight in the Ejet 170 from Burbank, California to Phoenix, Arizona. And so I've done a couple flights out of Burbank recently. A lot of fun. Today's also supposed to be the release of Say Intention's traffic. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of news comes from all that. I posted a video up recently that's got a couple of not so great comments from people. One I had to remove because I just didn't care for it. I don't like that negativity on the channel. But I'm going to talk about it real quick, that video. And the reason for that video is because, one, Brian said early on that he would never do traffic for their program. He said it's unnecessary, it's not what needs to be done, they don't want to do it because everyone else does the same thing over and over again. And then here we are with it coming out soon. So clearly he caved to the community. Clearly he's doing something that everyone else is doing, even though he said he is not. And so that's the purpose of that video, is to make people aware that don't get your hopes up too high for something that's going to change the world. Because just like Say Intentions themselves, just like FS HUD, Beyondatc, they're improving upon the previous generation of ATC in different forms and factions, right? And if you look at the Southwest that was taxiing there, look at this plane. It's not that jittery. Yeah, you have a couple of jumps here and there, but already looking at that plane as it taxis, this video here is a great promo of what you see out of Beyondatc on a daily basis. You have a little stutter pause there, but nothing like I saw in the video that they were showing off. So I'm not trying to be a fanboy. Everyone knows that if you're on this channel long enough, you know that I switched over from one program to primarily another, but I do use FS HUD. I just like to set expectations realistically. And I preached about that with Flight Sim 2024 when that first launched, that don't get your hopes up too high for something that's going to change the entire experience of Flight Sim. It's going to be just an improvement upon Flight Sim 2020, and that's what we have with 2024. It's an improvement upon that version of 2020, and in my opinion, a great improvement, especially as time has gone on here. We've seen even better performance. Got a Southwest out there in the distance as well. It's cool to see all this traffic here in Burbank. Alright, so again, we're doing a Burbank flight from Burbank to Phoenix in the 170. And let's go and jump into that cockpit. So the plane itself, the very minor things they've done to it to make it work in 2024. One thing is, in the default 2024, you can certainly launch into the plane, but the computers here do not work in that version. So you do have to update to the last version they updated. They did some coding change, very minor, that made the Honeywell here work within the system. Outside of that, it was functional in terms of power And I suppose you could fly, you just wouldn't have computers to fly. But now we have the computers to actually fly. So that's a kind of an important thing. You can't import the flight plan through the tablet right now. There are some workarounds I have not gotten to work. We're going to see if it works today. None of the workarounds have worked for me, so I have to manually program the actual flight plan, but you can carry over other things. So the first thing we're going to do is connect that GPU. It's been a while since I've flown this plane in Flight Sim. I did fly it in 2020, a couple weeks ago actually, because I wanted that itch. And after the experience of, the weird E-Jetting, I was like, well, I'll wait for the official update to come out. And it's cool, it came out here in April, compatible somewhat version for 2024. All right, so let's get the batteries on, 1 and 2. Get the GPU in use. We're going to arm the passenger. We're going to go ahead and get no smoking, fasten seatbelts, and what was the other one? I can't remember what that one's called. We're going to get the APU rolling as well. I also like to go ahead and get my lights on now, just so I don't forget. All grand and good there. And then we'll start seeing some systems come to life here. APU is over here. It is at 29%, going up to 30 now, so that's all grand. Now, if we go over here to the tablet, we go to Flight Details, and we can import our flight plan. And for some reason, like I said, it doesn't quite 100% work, at least with the workarounds they have put in the Discord. So I'm going to click this button here. We're going to go ahead and hit this button. That loads it up here. We go to Departure, and we are expecting runway 15 out of Burbanks here. The conditions are dry currently. It's just visibility is not grand. Flaps are going to be 2. Winds are 5 knots, not too bad. We're going to calculate that. We're going to instant load it, because I like to do that. We're going to go to Manifest, and we're going to send it to the MCDU now. And we'll see what happens after a bit. When you click it to send it to the MCDU, it starts to program the system for you, which is really, really helpful for people who just don't like sitting here and doing all that jazz, right? So departure 15 here at Burbanks, and Phoenix we're expecting 7 right currently from SimBrief. So let's go ahead, let's go ahead and get my comms going. So we are expecting clearance 118. Good, grand. Let's get our clearance. Burbanks clearance, hello from SkyWest 6533. We're at Ejet 170, and we're ready for IFR clearance to Phoenix. Now I have it for auto response. I'll turn it off for now.
SkyWest 6533, Burbank clearance cleared to Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. Slap 2 departure, Hector transition, then it's filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 7000. Departure frequency 124.6, squawk 6004.
We are cleared to Phoenix Airport, slaps to departure with the HEC transition, then is filed, climb via the SID, except maintain 7,000, departures on 124.6, squawk 6004, SkyWest 6533. Alright, so you see all that's been programmed here. If we go to flight plan now, we don't have a flight plan.
Negative, slap 2 departure, Hector transition,
Hector
then
transition.
is filed, climb via side, except maintain 7,000 and squawk 6004.
Correction, that's the slaps to departure, slap to departure, Hec transition, then is filed, climb via the SID, except maintain 7,000, squawking on 60004, SkyWest 6533. Holy smokes, I cannot talk. Alright, Phoenix.
SkyWest 6533, read back correct. Contact ground 123.9 when ready for push or start.
And Phoenix is in there. Let's try to send it and see what happens. Over to ground 123.9, SkyWest 6533. Thank you. So it says check the flight ID, and that is the correct ID. So for whatever reason, that does not work. That's all right. That's fine. So let's go to departure. We're gonna go runway 15 via the slap to departure and the Hec transition. We're gonna apply that. And based on the route, let me look at the route real quick. Specs. Let me see. I have a button for that. And that's SimBrief. Let's see. Flight plan pack. So let me go ahead and put that into the system here. Oh, I think my little button's broken for that. Okay, I'm running a 14700K 4080 with 64 gigs of RAM, Windows 11. That is my specs. Okay, let's go to arrival, runway, 7 right, ILS, and we're gonna go star via the Brusher 1, hold toll, and apply. Cool. If we look at our flight plan now, let's see if it matches up to what we're looking for. So heck direct, where's heck at? Alright, so let's go to heck. Heck direct to home. So let's add that in. So PRE, oops, that's not right. PRF UM. That's going to be here. Hope I didn't break it. That could be a problem. Nope. Okay, we're good. Nope, didn't like it. Not add waypoints in. Guess not. Okay, that's fine. I should have added it in when I was doing the actual building the flight plan. That's fine. Okay, so performance. Performance init. Looks grand there. Cruising 330 for that. Great. Cool. Winds are going to be cruising winds we're looking for. So we go to briefing panel here. Go to fetch. Welcome in, Blue.
Information Romeo now current altimeter 3007.
233 at 56. 226 and 56. Beautiful grand. Next. Beautiful grand. Alright, performance, takeoff. And winds are currently, let's see, we got 200 at 4. Beautiful grand. Next, and that's, we don't change anything here. Next, and we have our V's there. So all is grand. We'll go to radio here. I'm gonna go ahead and do Terra now so I don't forget. Get rid of this as well. Flat plan, cool, grand, beautiful, and APU is loaded, ready to go. Let's go and get engine, electric pump A on. Great. And let's go over here and disconnect our GPU. Beautiful. And Burbank's ground, hello from SkyWest 6533. We are ready for pushback and engine start. I wonder why my little PC thing's not working. I'll look at it here in a second.
SkyWest 6533, Burbank ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Faced east, alright. Faced east, SkyWest 6533. We're going to follow that southwest, looks like. I'm guessing about here. Enter. Release the parking brake. Request the pushback. Hold the button. Pushing back. Engine number uno is loading up. This E-Jet is so easy to fly. I love it. I love it. Over here, we're going to go to Terra as well. Map, good. Oops, what'd I hit? Undo that button. And we can see the N2, is kicking on board. Beautiful. Clock is cooking. Now, the question is, why wasn't my PC spec thing not working? In a momento, I attempt to fix that while we're pushing back. PC specs. PC specs. There we go, should be working now.
Hello, system specs. This dude is running an i7
Alright, there's the PC specs. It's working again.
64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Blimey, that's a decent setup. Oh, in case you asked,
I also forgot the audio was so loud. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Alpha and Bravo with Turtle Beach rudder pedals.
Alright, engine number 1 is looking good. Engine number 2 is next. Grand. Flaps are coming down 2 notches. Burbank's ground, SkyWest 6533, request taxi to the active.
Runway 15, taxi via Delta 1, Delta Alpha.
Runway 15 via Delta 1, Delta Alpha, SkyWest 6533. Alright, so we're just gonna kind of go around corners here. Alright, engine number 2 is coming on board. And taxi lights are on. Do you have the issue where Beyondatc puts you too high on the profile? Yes, so Garen, what you need to do is lower it. I know it sounds stupid, but if you use SimBrief, so I always use all kinds of different add-on career stuff. So right now I'm using a pilot's life, and a pilot's life tells me to do flight level 330. Now for this flight, SimBrief was telling me to do flight level 390. I'm like, that's way too damn high for the E-Jet. So I lowered it down to what a pilot's life said. You can also go onto like flight radar or some other radar tracking thing and look at what other real world flights are doing. That might help you. Now I'm going to use the auto FPS today because it worked really good yesterday when I did a flight. So based on the previous time I had used it, it wasn't great. But yesterday was really, really good. Well, the last two flights actually were really, really good with it. All right, APU is coming off, and we have all that good, grand, beautiful. I'm going to swing on over here to the left. Now, the first flight I did, if you saw the video up on the channel, was an issue with the map here freezing. So if that happens to you, just click the map button and it should fix itself. Decided to test the intentions out today with traffic as well. Do have Beyondatc just to compare. So how is it, Carl? Have you tried it? How is the traffic with SI? And like in the comments in that video, like I'm not trying to say I'm getting that stupid frame gen issue. I thought I fixed that with downgrading drivers, but I guess not. I don't understand why it does it. There's nothing I can do about it until it goes away either. The competition's great. I love FS HUD, Beyondatc. I don't prefer, say, Intentions. I don't prefer it because of who runs the company. I don't like that individual because of what he has done to the community in certain aspects. The program itself is interesting and unique, and I do still prefer Beyondatc. Like, even with all the months I did use, say, Intentions, I still prefer Beyondatc. It's more structured, which is more like real-life ATC. I prefer the voices with Beyondatc, and as of right now, I've not seen real, actual traffic other than the teaser. So the traffic is, in my opinion, better and will be better. But again, that's just all I have is a teaser trail to go off of. But as of I've seen from that teaser, I say Beyondatc's traffic will be better. But they have a long way to go. So, they'll make improvements. And traffic is a very complex thing. It took Beyondatc a long time to get where they are today, and they still have some issues from time to time, right? So it's not like it's a simple thing to do. I just don't like a lot of the stuff they tout, which is, oh, we're revolutionizing the way this, that, and the other's done. They're not doing anything that's super unique. Go into ChatGPT, go into Gemini, go into Apple, maybe not Apple's, but go into anyone else's AI software. Type in your flight plan. It will give you in your instructions. Now, it doesn't get the data from the sim because there's no sim connect with that. You have to provide it to it. But it's really damn good. I tested this theory out, and I understand why ChatGPT is really good at it, because it's getting that information from the year's worth of data that, say, Intentions has done. But Gemini's not, and the other ones aren't either. So I question that. It's not cruising altitude. It's Beyondatc is vectoring me on an approach. It gives me such vectors where I'm too high on my landing profile. Ah, that's a bug they're working on. They fixed it with their last update. Well, they fixed a lot of it. When you see that problem happen, though, put it in their Discord. because it's supposed to understand the restrictions in there and provide that to you. So far, it's good. We'll do a few more flights over the next week to decide which one I will use more. Alright, we're going all the way down here, I guess.
6533, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
Oh no, we're going right here. Over the tower 118.7, Skywest 6533. See ya. The last update was, it auto-updates, I don't know, 2 weeks ago maybe? They don't push them out like every day. They want to bundle it all, make sure it's tested, make sure it's good, but yeah. I have that happen from time to time. It's normally like the smaller airports. Bigger ones, not too much of an issue. Burbank's Tower, Skywest 6533, holding short 15, ready to go. We forgot to do one important thing, which is the test config.
Skywest 6533, Burbank Tower, wind 200 at 4, fly heading tree 50, runway 15, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 15, cleared for takeoff, Skywest 6533. Alright, landing lights are on. We're going to go ahead and auto-response on the comms now. Heading 350. So we're going to swing back around. Let's see, what's our departure chart show? Looks like they want us to the right. To the right we go. Where we're going, only SkyWest knows. Oh, I forgot to do one other important thing. That's the pitch trim. So it says 4 here. Let's adjust that real quick. If you look on our manifest, it's saying 3.7. Oops, wrong direction. 3.7. Alright, there we go. Now we're ready to go. Lights are on, good to go. Let's bring up those throttles. You can see auto throttle is green. Toga set. Let's go flying. Winds are pretty calm for the most part right now. We're going to swing to the right. Actually, we should be swinging to the left. No, there's a mountain there. Let's swing to the right. Rotate. Oh yeah, this feels so much better. If you have not tried the E-Jet in 2020 yet, oh my gosh, the difference in handling is crazy. Alright, let's go to heading mode. We have auto throttle engaged. Let's swing to the right. Oh shoot, I forgot this plane. I have to do it in the thingy.
6004 in the box. Skywest 6533.
Shoot. Oh, it's in there. Oh, that might be a problem. We may not have a Beyondatc TC for this plane. It doesn't know what our squawk is. There might be a bug with that. Alright, flaps are coming up a notch. Gear is already up. It may be lonely in the sky today with Beyondatc TC. That's a feature I wish that Beyondatc TC had, that Same Intentions has, where you can ignore the squawk. Because there are some planes that do have issues with it. Very few of them nowadays, but there are a few. Alright, we are heading mode. And, oh, I forgot yaw damper too. Yaw damper's engaged. Looking pretty good. Swinging on over to the right. 350. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a TC today. It's in there, but it's not reading it. That's unfortunate. I'll keep it on, though. At least have some kind of background. So we're going to go ahead and clear ourselves all the way up then. Because they gave us 3,000, 7,000. That's good. Okay, yep, we're still climbing. So we're climbing up to 330, and we're just gonna vector ourselves then. What other plane had this issue? There's some other plane that had this issue. as well. It's whatever the coding is set in there. Alright, raving. Alright, we're gonna go direct there, enter this. Beautiful, grand. And now we go to nav mode. Boom. And autopilot is engaged, and we should be getting on course here. And 10,000's coming on board. Landing lights will come off shortly. Alright, 10,000 landing lights are off. Alright, catch up on chat real quick. Let's see what we got going on. I prefer Beyondatc because when Say Intentions came out, they gorged everyone. Then they kick people that talk about the... Yeah. That's the issue, Blue, is they're just a... I don't know. I've said it before, but like, you know, we have a very small community, a very niche, small community here with Flight Sim. And I think it's very, very important that we welcome everyone in the community. Facebook is super, super angry at people. Like the Flight Sim page on there, just people are in there just angry. People post like photos, really cool photos, they'll ask questions. Some photos like people will take because they don't know how to do screenshots on computers. They'll take them with their camera phone and then post it. And like, but people are excited about Flight Sim. They want to share their passion. And some people don't like seeing people's passion, apparently. And that's what I see sometimes out of that dev group at Say Intentions, is that there's too much I'm better than you, instead of I like what you're doing, keep doing what you do, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and we're gonna let the community have what they want, because you know what? It's really, really cool, all of it, and let's welcome all of these options. FS HUD's the same way, in my opinion. Very welcoming individual. He's open to... That's the thing I think I noticed the most, is these two smaller teams, FS HUD and Beyondatc, they're some very small teams. I think FS HUD might just be one person, honestly. Beyondatc, what is it, 4 or 5 people, maybe? I don't... Not counting mods, just the actual dev team. It might be just 4. But anyways, very small team, and it's a side project for them, right? Just a side project, and it's a lot of passion in that side project. Whereas, Say Intentions, it is a full-time job for Brian. It's his job now. That's what he does, you know, every day. It's his full-time job. And he might be unwilling to listen to criticism because it's his passion of a project. But you have to be open to criticism, you have to be open to competition, and you have to be open to opportunities. What channel should I put my flight issues in? For that one, there is a support one. Don't let me loose about the intentions. Welcome, Minwell. There is in the Beyondatc Discord, towards the bottom, there's bug and issue reporting. I would do descent issues. I'd pop it in there. Oh, I forgot to turn the camera on for departure. That's a shame, but we all have our preferences. One thing I did find with the intense traffic on the ground was realistic number of planes sitting at the airport based on real life traffic schedules. Get ready for your top of descent? Alright. Yeah, you know, again, they all do really good jobs. There are a bunch of different traffic injection add-ons for Flight Sim. And I love that Beyondatc gives you the option of doing all 3 different, or all 3 main livery model matching. I love that option. I don't know if Say Intentions offers that, or if you're chucked with what you have. FS HUD has that as well. FS HUD went one step further and lets you do whatever injector you want. You can do the default Flight Sim, or you could do, you know, another injector, which is cool. I love that options. Options are great. There's no way to just ignore Yeah, there's no way to ignore. It really sucks. Because radio, we're squawking. Ident. We're on Terra. I'm not missing anything else, am I? Let's see if we can swap to... Who are we talking to now? Center, probably? Let's see what happens. Let's try.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 6533, flight level 230.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna work. Let's try closing out of it. Oh. Let's try closing out of it. JT, welcome in. Welcome on in, bud. And let's go ahead and relaunch it again. Let's see what happens. Alright, climbing up to 330. Almost there. 6,000 feet. Or no, that's not right. 8,000 feet away. Just nice in traffic. Now that I hit ident, maybe it'll work. Or incline phase. Announce on frequency.
Los
We're going to get a new
Angeles Center,
squawk.
SkyWest 6533, flight level 260.
SkyWest 6533, reset transponder, squawk 2606.
Squawk 2606, SkyWest 6533.
SkyWest 6533,
Hey, it has us.
Los
Cool.
Angeles Center, radar contact.
Okay, cool.
Climb and maintain
So I have to hit
flight level
ident.
330.
I have to hit ident. Gary, they may
Climb
not
and maintain
respond.
flight level
They don't
330,
often respond.
SkyWest 6533.
But I'll tell you this, anytime I've ever posted anything in there, they
SkyWest 6533,
fixed it.
Contact Los Angeles Center 1 tree, 2 point tree. Have a good
So
one.
yeah, pop it in there. You know how to get
Contact
your,
Los Angeles
it should
Center
show you how, I think.
132.3, SkyWest 6533, have a good one.
You have to it's ideal to upload your Beyondatc
Los Angeles
file.
Center, SkyWest 6533, flight level 278.
Here is from their Discord. Oh, it's too big.
SkyWest 6533, Los Angeles Center, copy.
Hold on, let me do it in 2 sections, I guess.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest
So that,
7680,
and then
descending
this.
via Jenny 5,
So
flight
this is
level
from their
214.
file. So if you can or from their Discord, if you grab the file for your last flight, it has to be your last flight.
Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
Pop it in there. Again, they don't often respond to it. It's not like direct support, but it lets them know there's a bug, and then they typically will go in there and get that all fixed up. Very good people there. Very good people.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 5786, climbing via Orca 5, flight level 218.
SkyWest 5786, Los Angeles Center.
JT,
radar
are you the
contact,
same
climb
JT
maintain flight level
from
4904.
Kip's channel?
Climb maintain flight level 494, SkyWest 5786.
That's so beautiful. Looks like my screen's a little bit oversaturated, huh? Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Let's go. Yes, sir. All right. I like your YouTube. I subscribed to your YouTube a while back ago. Keep up the good work, man. That's a little better. Still bright though, right? That's some better, I guess. I'll take that.
Los Angeles Center, United 1029, climbing via Orca 5, flight level 194.
I thought about maybe dual streaming.
United
Seems like a
1029
bitch,
Los
so.
Angeles Center. Good morning, radar contact.
I gotta lie.
Climb and maintain flight
I do this
level
for fun.
230.
This is just, you know, once a week kind of live
Climb and
stream.
maintain flight level 230.
It's fun to like
United 1029.
do a flight, have some conversations. You know, if I was going to do it as a full-time job, which I never would because I am not that kind of personality, then I would dual stream.
Level 290, United 1029.
But this is all for fun. What airport's down below us there? Victorville, California. Where's Kip? Kip's in LA, right? Yeah, Kip's I think in LA, around LA. Alright, wants to just reach top of climb. Yep. Cool. Alright, so for anyone in the E-Jet, if Beyondatc is not working, hit ident. And it should capture that squawk code. How long did it take Beyondatc to fix your bugs? Oh, normally it's the next update. You know, depending on when that update happens. It's typically the next update. And I'm guessing they're probably due for an update pretty quick here. I know Captain's been really busy with real life stuff. His real job, he's been doing some training. So I know he's busy, but I know that the other part of the team is working on other things. They put a hot fix out not too long ago. Jump scared me. I was setting up a stream and you subbed and the notification volume was max and it blasted my ear and scared the shit. Oh man. Oh, you're also in Cali. Alright, northeast of Sacramento. Oh, cool. I had thought at one point, so many moons ago, what's it been now? 20 years ago? I'm old. I was dating a girl, and she ended up getting a job in San Diego. And we were together for about 3 years. She got a really good job. She still works there now. And we had to make a decision whether we stay together, you know, long distance relationship, whether I move there, whether she doesn't take the job. And she was actually leaning towards not taking the job and just staying where we were. And I was like, no, I can't have that on my conscience because you went to school for that job. It's a really good paying. You know, it's like, I don't know, at the time, I think it was like $300,000 or something like that a year. Like, comparing what she was making before, 50K. So I was like, no, you can't do that. This is going to change your life financially. And it's going to be a job where you went to school for and you have a lot of passion. And so she ended up moving there, and she got married a couple years back. And so I keep in touch with her, and she's always gives me that open invitation to come visit her. But you know, hey, it worked out really good. She's very happy in her relationship. I've been married for a few years now. I've been married for 3 years now. I've been with my wife for coming up on 9 years. No, yeah, 9 years next month. You know, so things work out really well. I'm watching Avangel, A-Angel stream. Me? Are you talking about Avangel? I'm a very nice man. I try to be. Like, my channel is all about just, you know, I'm not an entertaining person, but I like to be a real person. I think Kip's a real person too. That's why I like Kip. But Kip's entertaining.
Contact Los Angeles Center.
Kip's got a nice, cool,
132.5,
smooth voice. He's an
Skywest
entertaining
6533,
streamer, content creator, you know.
Los Angeles Center, Skywest
Mine is
6533,
more of
flight level
your
329.
everyday kind of person. Boring sense of humor, boring voice. But I like to be professional as much as I can on my streams. I know there's a few out there as well who do the same thing. You know, there are some that are just crazy over the top. You know, Two-Tone Murphy, he's great fun, but his streams they've gotten wild and more wild over the years. And a little too much for me. But I can understand where he's coming from. Like, his stuff is good content. It's good stuff. It's funny. I love 757 Spy. He's great. I love his stuff. I watch his stuff, you know, every day he's on, as much as I can. He's a very serious and down-to-earth guy. And then Kip's amazing. I love Kip's content. Kip and I were both SI users for a while there and very passionate about it. And then they did us dirty. And and we jump out to the real people, the best people. Oh, you're calling me one? No, I'm not I'm not an angel. But I appreciate it. I'm not entertaining you either. Hey, but you know what? Have fun what you're doing. You know, you could have one person in your stream, you could have 1,000 people in your stream. Just have fun with what you're doing. You know, this, I may not get a lot of views in my stream because I schedule them so sporadically. You don't really know when it's going to happen. You know, Kip has his normally in the evening at a typically the same time. Mine are so sporadic, but you get to meet some neat people and you get to build those relationships. There's several people that I talk to on Discord now, you know, DMs, that we talk all the time, and it's all because of the stream. I've never would have met these people if it wasn't for the stream. You know, and watching Kip stream, you knew about me. You know, so that's how it happens, that community, and it's cool to have the overlapping community, to have that bond, right? Because again, we're a very small community, light simmers, right? We're very niche, but we're very passionate about what we do. We love light simming, and it's fun to spread the passion. There's a guy, I've mentioned it before, that I know, who's an IRL pilot. He got his private license not too long ago, and he's working on his IFR. His IFR right now. But he recently built a computer, got flight sim, and has been messing around with Beyondatc, and he says it's really, really cool to be in the sim, to see the instruments, to understand, you know, stuff to help him with his real life training, which is really, really cool. And that's just an example of how I was able to provide a real life pilot information in the sim. You know, he's looking for a certain plane. I was like, hey, this is a company that does it. It's a really good plane. He's looking for ATC. Here's some options. Here's the one I say is the best one to go with. You know, when he's building his system, here's the hardware I recommend because this is what flight sim demands the most. All kinds of stuff like that. You just submitted it? Fantastic. I streamed at 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. Oh, jeez, yeah, I'm way asleep. That would be 12 a.m. your time, would be 2 a.m. my time. Because I believe you're 2 hours ahead, Callie. Yeah. I would stream on the weekends more. It's just, I don't want to, like, lock my wife into dealing with me, with my streams.
Good day, Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 5786, climbing via Orca 5.
Where'd you post that, Garen? Are you Stu? No, you're not Stu.
SkyWest
Are you Stu?
5786, Los Angeles Center.
I don't see it. I was gonna thumb up it so I can give a little more attention to it. That was this morning. I try to normally stream because I normally work at noon, so I'll try to stream before work. Just depends on how early I want to get up.
United 1029 Los Angeles Center.
Yankee fan. I'm in support. Oh, I see. Okay, I see it. I'm gonna thumb up it. Do you have the file still?
SkyWest 6533, contact
So
Los Angeles
can you
Center
find that
128.15.
that log that I sent up there in the chat?
Center on 128.15,
To submit to
SkyWest
them?
6533. Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 6533. Good day, flight level
We're
329.
going into Phoenix, so we shouldn't have any issues with that today. But I did have that issue a few days back.
SkyWest 6533,
Welcome back
Los
in, Will.
Angeles Center.
Will, what were you seeing the other day in the,
405, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65. Have a good one.
let me see if I can find that message. I was gonna say
Center
something
on
else.
134.65, Delta 405. Have a good day.
Oh yeah, it was this plane here. Have you had a chance to try it yet? And then hopefully King Bob comes in today, because he also has SI and he wants to try traffic, so I'm curious.
United 2039, contact Los Angeles Center 124.625.
I didn't see it in there. I see the map,
Center on 124.625.
and I see a video.
United 2039.
Oh, hold on. Oh, here it is. I see it. Yeah, okay. Sent. I'm gonna see if I can forward it to the other channel. Okay, there we go. Okay. Let's see if I helped a little bit. Draw a little attention to it. I have a direct contact with them, but I don't bother them with support because I don't want to overdo my welcome. Overstay my welcome. Got a message from Beyondatc about the server not working properly. Really? Like in their Discord or the program itself? Lots of runway incursions with SI traffic and no route traffic. And no route traffic? So it's just ground traffic? I understand it's that early access. I get that part, but that's rather interesting. Garen, you can't happen to get like a video or something, right, of it, of traffic? I just want to see it from Discord. Oh, let's see. I didn't see that. Oh, here we go. Our premium voice providers having an outage which can affect users' premium voices and Beyondatc. This should be worked on. Oh, okay, interesting. That was a couple hours ago. I haven't had issues yet. Knock on wood. We've only been streaming, or we've been flying for what? Half hour? Give or take. Advised to use the basic voices. Yeah, I've been getting the premium. Oh, they said not to live. That's a bunch of crap. That's because it's not ready. That's what that tells me.
SkyWest 6533, contact
That
Los Angeles Center
is trash.
134.65.
What about like
Contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
just you know,
Skywest
recording to a friend?
6533.
Let's say that your friend is in your house there, and you're just gonna show them a video.
Los Angeles Center, Skywest
Through a Discord
6533,
message.
flight level 329er.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't want you to get in trouble though. We're gonna get wrong vectors here because we're supposed. Well, they're gonna yell at us, I should say, because we're gonna be off course. Can't seem to fix it. I can try again though. Let's see. Let's try again. PR
Los Angeles Center, United
F
2039, flight level 350.
M.
United 2039, Los Angeles Center, copy.
I don't want to mess with it. We're gonna be off vector a little bit because I didn't do the flight plan right, and the limitations with the Embraer 170 from FSS right now is you can't put in stuff. So that's unfortunate.
Contact Los Angeles Center 124.85.
No recording whatsoever. That's a bunch of garbage.
Center on 124.85.
I don't know why, but I need to tell y'all this. I have a tiny part of a SR-71 and a signed book from the pilot. I also used to do journalism and got to talk to the youngest female fighter pilot. That is awesome, JT. That is really cool. Hey, do a short about that. That's a cool video. Or that'd be a cool video. Do like a quick little short, you know, whatever. Not 60 seconds that you have to talk. What'd you talk about? Like, that'd be cool. That's good content. On your end, no. Yeah, so far no issues. I had an issue with squawking, but that's because it's this plane. Yeah, so we're supposed to be technically over here. our flight plan is here. We're going direct here, so we should be going up here and then vectoring this way. So they might yell at us about being in the wrong spot. Or they just say the hell with it, you're close enough. Not for another month. That's cool though. That is really awesome. I don't like that they don't allow you to see that irritates me a bit. It's for the supporters, I understand that, but like throw a video, throw a stream, let them do what they want to do. Did you have to sign an NDA? Garen? I'm curious about that. Because I was a mod for their Discord for a while. And they didn't have me sign any NDA, so I could say what the hell I want. I didn't. But I could say a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I have photos of a lot of stuff that I will not share because, you know, it's not right. I'll stop there. Were you able to post the info in addition to the flight file to the channel? You posted it to Beyondatc so when they look at the place they sent. Yeah, it should work. I just forwarded it to the vectors one. So they should be able to click on that and then bring them back over. You had to sign a contract. Really? That is wild. I have a video up on the channel about it, but I've talked about their TOS, and I'm very much against it. Their TOS, one, I've talked to someone in law. I've talked to actually two people in law. Both said it would not hold up in court. Now that's their standard TOS. I don't know about the one you have to sign, but those won't hold up in court. That standard TOS would not, which means, because they say you can't use it if you're a mod, if you're, you know, doing this, that, and the other. And then there was some stuff like you can't stream it, you can't record it without permission from them. That wouldn't hold up in court either, because this is from these two attorneys. And they both said the exact same thing, who don't know each other. They both said because it is not their voices. It's 11 Labs voices, which means 11 Labs would be the one that could tell you no, not to use them, or whoever else are using it in conjunction with the voices. Hey Kip, thanks for the 10 memberships. Welcome on in. Hey, I was just talking about you, Kip. We got JT in here talking about his really cool thing. He met the youngest female pilot. I'm telling you, it would be an awesome short to throw up on your channel. Do not ever give me the ability to say whatever. I will abuse that ability. Again, thanks for that, Kip. We're flying the E-170. Kip, do you have the E-170? I remember you mentioned it before. It's not a great plane, obviously. It has its opportunities. But they did make it so you can fly it in 2024 now. It's E-Jet, but the flight model does feel a lot better in 2024. A lot better. I have to fix that audio thing. I can't believe this. Alright, so we should be getting top of descent pretty quick here. We're 157 nautical miles out. We're landing runway 7 right, or at least expecting to. Have the F variant, the only one that was in the 2020. Really, the F variant's that's the only one in the marketplace? Interesting. Huh, I didn't know that. That's the 190, right? Freighter version? I wonder why they didn't put the 170 and 175 in there. I never bought the 190 just because I didn't want to give them additional money. Well, it wasn't just that, but it was more that I wouldn't fly it. In the States, they mostly fly the 170, 175. International is the 190. Our top descent should be pretty quick. I don't have the top descent calculator anymore, which I really, really need flow. I wonder what is taking them so long, because I can't see that being that difficult. to bring flow over. Apparently it is, but I find that interesting. Here's some advice I just learned from a stream today. Do not stream from 2 a.m. to 12 a.m. to 2 a.m. It's they're very tiring. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Kip, you're crazy though too, man. You get off at whatever time for work. I think you work from home, I think, but like, and then you stream for like what, 6-7 hours? I can barely do 2-3 hours. You have to sleep for 6 hours so you can stream for 18 hours. Even like the launch of Flight Sim, like I streamed day 1 for 6 or 7 hours, day 2 for 4 or 5 hours, and then I kind of just sprinkled in an hour or 2 every day after that for that first week. My voice was just killing me though. SIS complained about how Beyondatc does things in multiple of the oh yeah. They're like
United 279, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
They're crazy. Have we ever seen one video? I'm asking just for one. One video of Beyondatc ever complaining about his competition? Any? Just give me one. Because I'm pretty sure you're never going to see that. My level of excitement equals my hours streamed. Lately it's been just a few hours. The Beyondatc guy said you can say anything you want to LLM since it's local. You be you.
SkyWest 6533.
Oh, we got a traffic
I have a
route.
traffic management reroute for you. Advise ready to copy.
Let's do it.
Roger, ready to copy. SkyWest 6533.
SkyWest 6533. Expect Brewster 1, runway 7 right.
Brewster 1, runway 7 right. Brewster 1, runway 7 right. SkyWest 6533. Thank you. That's what we were expecting. It wasn't a change. Unless they thought it was a change.
SkyWest 6533. Verify instruction.
Whoa, verify. We will expect the Brewster 1, runway 7 right. SkyWest 6533. Why do I want to keep saying 50? Can you repeat your response to your last message? Oh yeah.
Clear direct Watro. Resume own navigation.
Yeah, there's the off-course thing. Alright, that's cool.
Affirmative.
We're
Clear
on course
direct
anyways.
Quattro, resume own
I was
navigation,
saying
SkyWest
that
6533.
I just want to see someone give me one evidence, real evidence, of Beyondatc ever complaining about his competition.
Descend via Brewster 1
Unlike
Phoenix
its
Sky
competition.
Harbor landing runway 7 right.
Well,
Altimeter 29er,
its main
97.
competition. Not FS HUD, the other guy.
Descend via Bruiser
Alright.
on arrival.
We are
Phoenix Sky
clear
Harbor
for
landing
descent, so
runway
let's
7
take a
right.
look at our...
Altimeter
Do I have charts on here yet?
SkyWest 6533.
Oh, I got off. I don't want to do that right now. Alright, we'll look at that later.
Los Angeles Center, SkyWest 3370.
We are dropping
Flight
down
level
to
360.
6,000 feet.
SkyWest 3370, Los Angeles Center, radar contact.
We're 132 nautical miles. We're kind of far though to start with the
Air
descent.
transport 3580 heavy. Contact Los Angeles Center,
At Meyer,
124.85. Take care.
which is where? It's Meyer Range
Center
Force.
on 124.85. Air transport 3580 heavy.
Somewhere around here. We want to be between 25 and 19. Now we're a little high. We'll wait a little bit. Wait until we get to Wiener. Winner? I think it's supposed to be Winner.
Southwest 3870.
I also found a profile.
Los Angeles
I had to hunt really hard to find it,
124.2.
but it's in the Moby Flight Discord for the Ejet. If you type in like FSS, or yeah, type in FSS in the Discord, it should be pop up in there somewhere. Which I'm very glad to have found that, because the Honeycomb one has some issues with this plane for some reason. Okay, what do we got going on? Bro, I really love the new Phoenix plane I bought. Do you? Oh yeah. the Phoenix is really interesting because when the Phoenix plane first came out, I didn't get it. I didn't get it because, one, the fly-by-wire is pretty good. For a free plane, it's really, really good. And upon watching reviews and watching watching live streams, the performance was pretty harsh initially with the Phoenix. And as time went on, the PMDG came out and I flew the hell out of that plane. And I was very content with that plane. But then, someone told me I need to get into that Phoenix. So I watched a few more videos. I was keeping an eye on things. I was reading about them, right? And they had updated stuff, got the performance improved quite a bit. And I was like, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. Gave it a shot, and I fell in love with it the first 20 minutes of the flight. I was sold instantly. And that was my go-to plane for a very long time. Especially here in 2024, because that was the only plane that pretty much works outside of the default stuff. It's a very fun plane. I have all three variants, 19 through the 21. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the Neo. I'll get it. I'll pay him. I'll give him money. I will totally give him money. I don't know if I should reach out to them and see if they can give me like a code. I'll be willing to give it. I'll pay him. I'll give him more money to get a code and give it here on stream. They are legit a great company. High quality stuff, good performance. They don't take forever to do things, you know, and they keep people pretty much informed with what's going on. Getting tired of SI, only look at the Discord. Anyways, I'm having fun with Beyondatc. Absolutely. The only thing that I'm upset about is the fact just how much I like it. Now I want to get the 321 and 319, but I trust I'm gonna get money. The 319, I fly the hell out of 319. Once the 319 came out, that's my variant I use. I like the smaller. I mostly do regional flights like this one, so anything between 250 to 350 nautical miles. I don't like to cruise for any more than like an hour. More than an hour, then I feel like I'm wasting my life away. So I like to have 20 minutes, 25 minutes worth of taxiing, setup, taxiing, takeoff, and then landing.
6533, contact Albuquerque Center 128.
That's a damn good plane. Damn good plane. And now, all I'm waiting for, other than, an actually updated E-Jet here, is the iFly.
Albuquerque Center, SkyWest 6533.
Like I know the PMDG will be launching the 777 soon for 2024. As soon as, what was it, next week or something like that? I don't fly long hauls though, so I'm not excited about it. If it's a 737, I could be excited because I really want my 737 back. And the Asobo Max has made a lot of progress. It's a good plane now. The sounds are a little weird, but it's a flyable plane. It doesn't have as many issues it had at launch. A lot of it's been fixed, especially the trim. It's a very fun plane to fly now. I just like one little step above with fidelity, and that is the iFly for sure. That's a couple steps above fidelity, but of course they're working on just one plane, whereas Asobo's working on all their planes and everything flight sim. So I understand that.
Frontier Flight 3484, Albuquerque Center, radar contact, continue climb to flight
just
level
wish some more sales. Yeah, they don't do it very often. Hit sim purchases. Yeah, they don't have sales very often. Phoenix is the only airliner that works totally in 2024, and in a short time we are getting a huge update for free. Yeah, I'm super excited for that update too. Like, tell you what, there are a handful of developers for Flight Sim that, one, are great people, two, provide great products, and three, provide great knowledge on updates with their software. And Phoenix is one of them. Phoenix and Beyondatc are, in my opinion, top tier of that list. Great people, great software, great updates. Oh, there's Meyer, right there. So 25 and 19, we're at 33. So I would say
Alaska 720
I'm
contact
gonna go
Phoenix approach
vertical speed descent.
128.65. Contact Phoenix approach, Alaska 720.
And we'll go at 15. I feel like that should work. Kind of guesstimating. Yeah, JT. Let me see if I can find it right quick. The Phoenix. It was in their Discord, and then every flight sim announcement or news messages. There's a roadmap, so it's inside there. But essentially, it's the Neo coming out. Essentially, it's the Neo. Our descent profile's looking pretty good from everything I can gather. All the wind wing. What do you currently have? Do you have the FCU, EFS? Do you have the MCDU? Do you have the joystick? Alright, just passing 310. So I put in 6,000 for the altitude. Oh, I do have to do performance for approach. So descent, landing runway, 7 right. And the MCDU only? Really? Oh, you gotta get the glare shield. Fantastic. 7 right. Alright, 78078.
Alaska 1410.
Temperature
Contact
is
Albuquerque Center
30 degrees Celsius.
Contact
Winds
Albuquerque
in
Center
Phoenix
125.4,
are
Alaska 1410.
what? 1:30 at 7. Cool beans. No icing landing. We have V's in there. Beautiful. Radio. Radio is 110.75. It's supposed to do this automatically. Now, if memory serves me correctly, it never really worked right, so I like to just keep doing it manually. Alright, radios are set. So I do feel that the E-Jet still has this issue where it starts to lose performance as the flight goes on. Did I say Phoenix? I don't know what I just said. Did I say Phoenix or E-Jet? I'll start over. I feel the E-Jet still has issues with that performance. Downgrading as the flight goes on. Link works? Awesome. Wade, welcome in, Maverick. About the Phoenix A320 last night, after dealing with some bugs from the init builds and the fly-by-wire, I'm excited for the Neo version. Yeah, the Phoenix is freaking awesome. It's just an awesome plane. Oh, they responded to? Fantastic. I'm getting their FCU, throttle, stick, etc. I'm currently using Turtle Beach flight deck. That flight deck's supposed to be pretty decent though, right? It's supposed to be pretty decent. I have, well, we'll throw it on here for the landing. The webcam, the yoke cam. I need to get some cool, like,
Albuquerque Center.
audio effects.
3462 heavy. Flight level 370.
Not that button, I guess.
Air Transport 3462 heavy,
Not that button
Albuquerque
either.
Center,
All
radar
right, hold on.
contact.
Hold down now. I broke it again. Okay. Now, try it again. Oh, look at that. Alright. Yoke cam's in action for the approach into Phoenix. So we have the Alpha. If you can see over here, we have the Bravo. And then you can't see here, we have the FCU, and then the EFS on the side here. I used to have the camera back here to see all this jazz, but I want to see the yoke too. I think it's important. Yeah, it's better than the Windwing stuff, but I want stuff in the Airbus style. Oh yeah, comparing it to the Turtle Beach. Beyondatc ATC seems better at support than SI. When I try to get support from them, they mute me from the Discord and they want nothing to do with the issue and close my... Yep. You would not believe, as a mod, the amount of people that they would complain about in the mod channel. It's unreal. Like, I work in customer... not customer support. I work in retail. I deal with people all the time. All day, every day. I deal with people. I hate people. I really do. Dislike them. But you know what? They're the paying client, and as long as they're not breaking any laws or being assholes, like, if they're trying to help you make their product... Sorry, if they're trying to help you make your product better, then be supportive to them. And that's what the Discord is apparently about nowadays, is support channel. And again, Phoenix, iFly, well, sometimes iFly can be a little aggressive, but Phoenix for sure, and Beyondatc, very, very good at listening to feedback and, you know, bug logging it if it need be, or let you know that, hey, it's a pilot error, because that happens sometimes. There are complex planes, there's a lot of planes. Sometimes we simmers get confused, sometimes we overreact, sometimes we expect certain things to be a certain way, but they're not actually like that in real life. So there's that balance of finding out, you know, what's real, what's sim, and what's that middle ground, right? I think I have the same. I like these. I bought these from Target or something. I don't know. Lately, when I see Reddit post about Beyondatc, I see random accounts or two posts about how Beyondatc has the worst support and claims they are assholes. Yeah, totally wrong. I said it in Kip's Discord here not too long ago, but I don't foresee SI being around too much longer. One, the cost of AI, the way they're doing it at least, is expensive and probably will only go up. You know, I know the thought of AI coming down in price as more users have gone on to it, but with the way the world economy is, it's not looking great. We may see increase in cost. Who knows? I sent Beyondatc video. I sent a Beyondatc video to SI. The first thing they did was complain about Beyondatc voices, and the program wasn't realistic. You know, it was interesting because when I started getting into Beyondatc, I was still a mod with same intentions, and I did post a video in their Discord, you know, in the mod section, and I said something about how the taxi instructions were better with Beyondatc. But then Beyondatc had the whole, like, cleared for the whatever approach, you know, that thing that happens from time to time. And everyone, all they did was just mock that whole thing. It was, it was kind of the eye-opening moment. I was like, okay, well, maybe I don't want to be part of this mod community anymore.
Skywest 6533, Phoenix approach, altimeter
our voices are better than Beyondatc, but also Beyondatc does not have a North Korean dev team that mutes people who talk against it.
Runway 7 right, Skywest 6533.
There's a guy who took over the voices for Say Intentions back in September, I think it was. He's just an asshole. Just a total jackass. He didn't like me from day one, and I don't know why. I was doing a stream. I was doing a stream like I do here. I think it was back on Twitch, though. I was doing a stream, and since I was a mod, I had access to a couple early things, and one was end up turning out to be the hell's that guy's name? The mentor dude, Murphy or Murray, whatever the hell his name is, ended up having to be him. And so I think he ended up talking randomly. I didn't talk to him. He just randomly started talking, and I was like, what the hell is that voice? And I was like, oh, I know who that is. Disregard. I didn't make any mentions of what it was or anything. It's just a voice. It could have been any other voice, that I was streaming in, could have been some web browser or something. But then that jackass of a dude, he's like, oh, this Joe guy can't be streaming this stuff. And then Brian got all tissy fit. And I was like, yo, look at the clip, man. Nothing was said in that. I apologize. I'll make sure to turn that stuff off beforehand. But, nothing got out. Nothing. Zero. I'm like, just chillax a little bit. Okay, so... pigskin. So I'm going to go ahead and go to heading mode momentarily here. Because I don't like this vector that we're going to be on. So we're going to go heading mode. Descent's looking pretty good. I'm going to go to manual speed now, though, too.
Alaska 728, turn left, heading 090, descend.
Let's go to 30.
Altimeter 29907.
Let's go and
for the approach.
let's descend. Go down a little bit more, though.
Turn left, heading
2000 should work.
090. Descend,
I maintain that if someone can't say both the good and the bad about something, if they are not being genuine, there's always something bad to say about a product. Absolutely, Kip. Amen. No product is ever perfect, except for Taco Bell. Except for Taco Bell. Their products are the best in business. No one makes better American Hispanic food than Taco Bell.
Field in sight, Alaska 728.
And if you think I'm wrong, then you're probably right.
Cleared visual approach runway 8.
Phoenix doesn't save state of the plane, doesn't remember cabin lighting settings, won't be in the marketplace, probably, yeah, because the external program. See, so difficult.
Have a good one.
Agreed. I think it's great, especially for our community. Like, we have to be willing to provide this information to people. Someone asks, what do you think about the Phoenix? That's a great plane. But, I've said it before, the Phoenix is a fantastic plane. But the PMDG 737, maybe the 777, have overall better performance than the Phoenix. Still. I've talked about the E-Jet here. It's a fun plane. It has its issues. The iFly is a fun plane. It has its issues. Beyondatc, it's a fun program. It has its issues. Paying an annual fee of $200, I must get a good girl for free, I guess. Well, the Phoenix, unlike the A350 by Init builds, doesn't have a flushable toilet. You know what? Phoenix is DOA. DOA. You have to have a toilet. You have to have a toilet. So we're going to TL Man, which is straight ahead of us. We're supposed to be between 10 and 7, so we're a little high right now, but nothing terrible. It'd be cool to have the wear and tear. Maybe in the future. I think they're still working on the core product, though, which I love. So many other, not so many, but a couple other companies forget about the core product. So maybe one day. And maybe the demand's not there. I'd like to see them do a poll like Beyondatc did. Except I wouldn't. The community voted for GSX. I wouldn't have. I installed GSX last week or the week before. I used it for a couple flights. Decided that landing lights are on. I just don't use enough of the features of GSX to lose that performance in the sim. So I uninstalled it. Nothing wrong with it, it's fine. It's come a long way. I didn't have any issues in that time frame compared to the past where I'd have it crash on approach more often than not. Yeah, something that requires purchase, yeah, for sure. I agree. I only got SI because it's going to be going to full X-plane, but then the Phoenix announcement quickly changed my mind. Alright, so we should, knock on wood, get a vector pretty quickly here. We're at 8,000 feet. There's a plane to the right of us, which because of the new LOD for planes in 2024, we can hardly ever see them. 6,000, so we're a little high still on the approach. Ah, I forgot to turn the ads. Let me turn the ads off, I'm sorry. Okay, should be fixed. Alright, 6,000. We should get a vector here shortly if all is well. Oh, it should have come by now, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. 4,000, so I'm going to go ahead and put 4,000 in the altitude. Because at Belty, we should be at 4,000. Speed's a little high. We're not getting a vector, so I'm curious what's going on here. We're coming up close to some mountains. Landing runway 7, which is to the left of us. Oh, there it is. It's a bit of a late vector, but it works.
Turn left, heading 080, SkyWest 6533.
Alright, we gotta get the speed down now. Let's go on to 180. Where's our V speeds? Whoops. Performance and landing 179, 124. Okay, so normals. How do you think a Phoenix's new flight model would be better? Better than Tulsa's? I've never used a Tulsa one. Two different sims and planes. Phoenix is the best. Alright, we're 080, 4,000. I'm gonna go down to 3,000.
SkyWest 6533, airport is at your 12 o'clock 11 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field's in sight there. Kind of off course though. We have the field in sight, SkyWest 6533. Alright, I guess we're gonna go visual direct then.
SkyWest 6533, cleared visual approach, runway 7 right.
Alright, AP off.
Cleared visual approach, 7 right, SkyWest 6533.
Kind of a rather weird vector. Or approach.
SkyWest 6533, contact Phoenix
I didn't put
Tower
minimums in.
120.9er.
Minimums. Well,
Contact tower 120.9er.
whatever. We'll handle it.
SkyWest 6533, see you. Phoenix Tower.
Alright,
SkyWest
airport is there.
6533, visual runway
Right
7
there.
right.
SkyWest 6533, Phoenix Tower, wind 130 at 7, runway 7 right, cleared to land.
7 right, clear to
Runway 7
land.
right, cleared to land. SkyWest 6533.
Alright, speed brakes are stowed. First notch of flaps are coming out. This approach went kind of weird. Yep, this is Phoenix. Alright, reduce our speed down to 160. Gear coming down. We're about on glide slope. It's been a while since I've been able to land on 7 right. Normally I'm coming on an 8. Alright, a little bit low on the approach. Next notch of flaps. And go down to 140 on the speed. Next notch of flaps out. Bring that nose up. Next notch of flaps. Trimming as we go. Trim is your friend in any plane, big or small. I just realized you had the other day that you have to trim the Phoenix on departure. I had no idea. I was watching 757 Spy and he's trimming his plane. Didn't know that was a thing. All right, full flaps out. Minimums are any second now. It's like 13 something. We're clear for that. All right, auto throttle. Stop getting so fast here.
Frontier Flight 1738, ready to go. Runway 7 left.
Frontier Flight 1738, Phoenix Tower, wind 130 at 7, fly runway heading, runway 7 left,
Holding.
cleared for takeoff.
Touchdown.
Fly runway heading.
Center line.
7 left. Cleared for
Reverse.
takeoff. Frontier Flight
Laps coming up.
1738.
Alright, reversers are stowed. We'll exit here to the left of us, which is
Skywest
Golf.
6533, exit left at Golf 7.
Oh, they want 7. Alright, one more.
Exit left at Golf 7, Skywest 6533.
Alright, welcome to Phoenix. The temperature here is 30 degrees. We'll see what the landing was. The E-Jet has this long, or loud clunk. Clunk. Even if you're like, probably positive. Alright, landing light is off. Alright, we'll hold here, because we'll get transferred. Why is there no traffic here?
Skywest 6533.
I have it lower, but that's really low.
Contact ground 132.55.
It's really low.
Ground 132.55.
Minus 276.
Skywest 6533. Have a good one.
Phoenix ground, hello from SkyWest 6533. We are on Foxtrot, looking to taxi to gate Foxtrot 10.
Skywest 6533, welcome to Phoenix Sky Harbor, gate Foxtrot 10, taxi via
shoot.
Foxtrot 8, hold short, runway 7
It
left.
wants to turn around. It wants to
Gate
go left.
Foxtrot 10
This
via
plane does not
Foxtrot.
turn on a dime.
Foxtrot
We'll give it a
8.
shot.
Hold short runway 7 left.
Is it rare to be
Skywest
banking on approach?
6533.
Oh, that was your guess? Like a hard bank? Yeah. You know, but the wind and all that jazz setting up
Skywest
turn.
6533, cross runway 7 left at Echo.
I think we could have just gone on 11 there.
Foxtrot 8, Echo Delta 7.
We're going back over here, though. They wanted 8. We're going to
Runway
8.
7 left at Echo 8. Continue taxi via Foxtrot.
We're giving you
Foxtrot
8, damn it.
Echo 8, Echo
I refuse
Delta
to
7,
accept anything but
Skywest
8.
6533.
There's Foxtrot 9. So we have a southwest that's lining up. I'm going to get there fast enough before it takes off. Are they lining up for left or right? Uh-oh. Oh, they're turning. Looks like they're lining up for... This will be interesting. Looks like they're rolling. Alright, we're gonna hold. It looked like they were rolling, right? No, maybe not. Maybe they're waiting for us to clear it. No way. No way. They actually are waiting for us. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. I expected them just to ignore us. Let's see if we cross. via Echo 8, Echo Delta 7. Yep, they're waiting for us. They're rolling now. That is so cool. This is Delta 8. That was pretty awesome. See, okay, that right there, I'm telling you, is one of the reasons why I will continue to say, there goes that Southwest. Beyond ATC's traffic is light years ahead of its competition. Alright, and then where we're going? Delta 7. I have no idea what that is, so I'm just going to pick a gate. I don't want to go search for it. It's probably one of these guys here. Although these look like they're Foxtrot. I can't tell. What does that say? 8. Is that 10? So over here maybe? Or 11. That's 11. We're just going to do 10. Waiting for the new Embraer to come. Yeah, the what is it? The what's the new one called? I can't remember. I'm terrible at knowing all the different models of planes. Oh, 8's over here. That's fine. We're taking this one. Deal with it. All right, now let's talk about Phoenix. I'm gonna fly a Phoenix for the next flight. I'm gonna do another flight. I know it's rare. It's rare to do 2 flights in one day. It's crazy. Crazy talk. Alright. Park and brake is set. Landing lights are... Our tax lights are already off. Ground. We're going to go to GPU. We're going to go to Jetway. 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 It's a broken. Maybe it won't let me do it because the engine's on. Alright. Engines. Whoops, I forgot to turn back. That's alright. Jetway. I just won't let me do it. Oh well. Okay, let's see what we got. What do we get from a pilot's laugh? Roll. Drum roll, please. I got 100 on the flight. Cool beans. A 132. A little heavy on the G-forces, 127, but 132, minus 132 on the landing. I will accept that. All right, next flight is Michigan to Chicago. My neck of the woods. So it's still windy outside. I haven't been outside today. All right, let's turn off the yoke cam for now. And let's go free flight. You know, one thing I wish with Beyondatc, the one that I wish had won is the one where you don't have to close out Beyondatc and you keep the traffic. Wouldn't that be cool? Who would have thought that would be something beneficial? Not the people that voted. I'm not sour at all about this. All right. Ooh, I know that SkyWest does not fly the 319, but you know what? We're in a sim, and we're going to have a damn good time doing it. We're going to be... Let's see, who shall we be? We'll be flying into Chicago. Let's do the IAE engines. Because then we can be United, because United's hub is Chicago. And let's do the Tulip. I like the Tulip. Did this mess with my ident? Yeah, this did too. We're going to kill out this stuff. So this is supposed to be the workaround to get your flight plan to load into the E-Jet, but it doesn't work for me. So, all right, save that, and then custom weather. I hope they get this fixed eventually too, where it will stay on live because I hate going back and forth. And let's close out of Beyondatc, and then let's go ahead and change pilot's life to the 319 grand. Okay, and then we're going to go to KMBS. What is it? Signal. Here's our airport. Let's dispatch it. And we're expecting runway 32. I can't see the airport. Runway 32, which is down there, and the gates are where? Right here. Got a little bit of a taxiway to go. That's gonna be interesting. How are they gonna... I'll probably hear. Yeah. All right, let's go. We'll go here, gate 4, and then start the flight. And then IAE engines and generate my flight. Cool beans. 319, I love it. Can't wait to get back into it. Slippery baby. Did you fly the 319? Isn't that the one with the baby sharks? I haven't used the sharklets, I don't think at all. I don't know why. Whoa, calm down. Alright, beautiful. Whoa, it just killed us. It just killed us. You believe that? It just murdered us. We have to buy a whole new plane now. Alright, so Phoenix, where are we cruising up to? 3-4. 3-4. It's only it's less than 200 nautical miles. That's crazy. Alright, make sure pilot site's all connected. You haven't used the sharklets either? I don't know why I haven't, honestly. I have no answers. No answers. Let's load the aircraft. I like the insta-load. And then we go here, click those buttons, send that over. Let's go on up here. It's going to kill us again, probably. Nope. Maybe. Oh, here it comes. It better not be in our way. Alright. Battery 1, 2, external power on. And IRSs are aligned. Pumps are coming on board. Beautiful grand supply. I like to just get the strobes and all that jazz going. Master switch on. Emergency, seatbelt, no smoking, and start the APU. Beautiful. Let's go on down below. Config it. And I like to get the IRSs aligned immediately because I ain't about waiting. Which is probably why GSX and me don't work very well, because I'm a very impatient person. Isn't that a Colombia, South America airline? Alright, let's get my little tablet going here. So in like 2.5 weeks, I am going to be flying in a real Embraer 170 for the first time in like a 1.5 years, I think, since I've flown last. Out of Chicago. It's really interesting. I'm from Chicago. I moved from Chicago when I was like 10. But it's very interesting to hear people pronounce Chicago. Because it's supposed to, depending on if you're from the area, and even people from the area don't say it right. I'm sure this is like everywhere in the world. But if you're from the actual city, like I was born and raised in the city of Chicago, you're supposed to do it with the Chicago, not Chicago. But then some people won't. It's like some people do the S in Illinois. I went to Critical Role had a live event in Chicago at the Wintrust this past Thursday. Freaking awesome experience. I'm not a D&D person. My wife is. But it was a freaking awesome event. Anyways, they were making fun of Illinois. And Robbie, guy there, he, one of the cast member guys, he was, he kept on saying Illinois. It's hilarious. Surprised he made it out of there alive. It's almost as bad as putting ketchup on your hot dogs. Can't do that in Chicago. I do. But it's forbidden. It's the forbidden. Alright, clear that out. And let's launch up Beyond ATC. Chicago. Kinda. It's like my last name. I won't say it on stream here, but like
Beyond
my last
ATC
name.
connected.
It was hilarious. So, growing up out of Illinois, growing up more in a Caucasian demographic with almost virtually no Latino. I'm half Colombian. I don't speak Spanish, but I'm half Colombian. Figure that out. Anyways, so we moved to Minnesota, and I lived there for over 20 years. Okay, and so I adjusted to my last name. My last name in real life is more Hispanic tone. There's no R. You don't roll. There's no R in my last name, but like, it's more of there's definitely the Hispanic way of doing it, like I'm supposed to say it, and then the way I adapt it, because not Southern people, but Northern people don't know how to say Latin words very well. So I was pronouncing my last name the way you're supposed to do it in the Midwest, or in the Northern part, versus how you're actually supposed to say it correctly from Colombia. And so anyways, we went on a trip. Part of my family, we had gone to a trip down to Florida, which is very heavy with the Latino culture, right? And being there, checking at the hotel, and the hotel reservation was under my last name. So I told them the Northern way how to say my last name, and they couldn't find the name. So I gave them my ID. They looked at my ID, and they said it, and I was blown away, because they're like, oh yeah, we have this, we know this one. And they said it the way you're supposed to say it, you know, the Latino way. And I thought that was just hilarious, that because I said it the Northern way, they had no idea what the hell I was talking about. It was like I was just some foreign person. Hilarious. Say, oh man, just say, oh, now you're gonna get me. How you supposed, is there a different way to say, how do you say, I don't want to say it now. I feel like I'm being judged. Pizza? Pizza? Some people say pizza, right? I say pizza. 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 Alright, well, what's the correct way? What is the way you're supposed to do it? Flying to 787 Dreamliner a few months for the second and third when I go for 17. Oh, nice. Dreamliner. You're going to Brazil? That'd be cool. My wife and I are planning potentially going to Ireland in a couple years. Alright, beyond ATC clearance. Good. Clearance, good afternoon from SkyWest 5477. We are ready for IFR clearance to Chicago International. And I have a really cool voice there. Chicago International. Do it deep.
SkyWest 5477, Saginaw clearance cleared to Chicago O'Hare.
O'Hare.
Radar vectors victory, then is filed. Maintain 5,000 feet. Expect flight level 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 127.7, squawk 0741.
0741. Pardon me, my Mobi flight is not loading, so uno momento. Run it. Oh, because I haven't linked it to this. Alright, there we go, it's fixed. Clear to Chicago O'Hare. Radar vectors VIO. Then is filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 340. Departures on 127.7. Squawk 0741. SkyWest 5477. 0741. 5,000.
SkyWest 5477, read back correct. Contact ground 121.7.
I'm expecting that we're going to be facing south. Over to ground 121.7, SkyWest 5477. You have yourself a great afternoon. There's this running joke we do at work now from time to time, if we remember. And that is, instead of saying, you know, have a good day to each other when they leave for the day, we look at the time and we figure out how many hours are left in the day, and we say have a great, you know, so like right now, for my time at least, math is hard, there's like 11 hours left, so you'd be like, have a great next 11 hours. Isn't that just terrifying? Hey, you have yourself a great next 11 hours. It's like a threat. Ground, SkyWest 5477, ready for pushback and engine start. Are we though? Because I feel like I've missed a bunch of things.
SkyWest 5477,
shocks.
Saginaw ground, pushback approved, face south.
APU's on, right? Yeah. Face south, SkyWest 5477. Alright, request to pushback, release the parking brake, hold the button, and go on down here. We go to start, bring that up, go here, engine number 1 starting. Let's go ahead and just squawk. Now, we can have United talk to us as well. And clock is ticking. Cool, grand, beautiful.
We are almost
Alright,
ready to go.
we
So
are almost ready to go, it
carry
says.
on items,
Let's go to
including large electronics
Atsu,
like laptops.
and the menu, receive it, and accept the load, return it, accept the other load,
Feel free to keep using
and
charging your phones and
performance.
tablets.
Cool
Just make sure
brand.
they're either placed in,
Flaps 2 I saw for departure,
pocket or
which is
house
interesting.
and in airplane mode. If you're sitting in the exit row, please don't plug
I
your
love
devices onto those
seeing
outlets.
people try to say my last
Let's make
name.
sure that our seatbelts are fastened, that our seats are up, and that our tray tables are put away.
As a veto, right? Yeah. For a mission trip for church. Oh, cool.
Hi, welcome.
Second time you're going? Really awesome.
We appreciate your attention as we get this safety video.
Enjoy your next 24 hours. Alright, engine number 1 should be grand. I think I heard a click. Engine number 2 coming on board next. Flaps 1, flaps 2 for departure. Beautiful. And ground, SkyWest 5477 requesting taxi to the active if possible.
It's important to have your seatbelt on at all times. To fasten your seatbelt, slide
happened?
the metal end into the buckle.
Didn't like it.
Tighten by pulling
Ground,
the loose
SkyWest
end of the strap.
5477 ready to taxi to the
Lift
active.
the buckle to release. When the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt must be fastened low and tight across your lap. In case of
SkyWest 5477, runway tree 2, taxi via Alpha. Hold short runway tree 2.
What? Taxi runway 32 via Alpha, hold short runway 32, SkyWest 5477. I'm a bit confused. Alpha, hold short 32 is... What? I'm being told this is Juliet, and then there's Charlie. What is Beyondatc think? Alpha, yeah, okay, so it doesn't know the... I don't know if Navigraph is outdated or if Beyondatc doesn't know, so we're just going to go the way that it looks like we're supposed to go. Our taxi lights are on for departure, or for taxiing. APU bleeds are off, all call is on, and go down here, takeoff config, and max brakes, auto, good, grand, and down here again, takeoff config, beautiful. Alright, we're going to take a right up here. This is such a great plane. Visually, looks beautiful. Sounds are incredible. Hand flies extremely well. There's a guy I knew, he went on a church trip, his group. They would go, Brazil, I think it is. They would go down to Brazil every year as a group. And, it was for... Shoot, I can't remember what it was even for anymore. This was years ago. It was something to help. They would help out there.
SkyWest 5477, cross runway tree 2 at Alpha. Continue taxi via Alpha, Bravo. Hold short runway 5.
The one thing, and I understand, like, talking to, or listening to the, cross runway 32, at Alpha, continue taxi via Alpha, Bravo, hold short runway 5, SkyWest 5477. Forgot that I didn't have it on autocom. Alright, we should get the next one now. I'll say my remarks momentarily.
SkyWest 5477, cross runway 5 at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo. Hold short runway 5.
Cross runway 5 at Bravo. Continue taxi via Bravo. Hold short runway 5. SkyWest 5477. Now that one makes no sense. Because we're crossing runway 5, why would we... It's like zipping us back. That one's a bit confusing. These smaller, like, regional airports sometimes are really goofy. Anyways, FS HUD, when you cross active runways, or just runways in general, I should say, it will have you transfer over to tower to get clearance to cross the runway. Now, apparently that's how they do it internationally, is what the FS HUD, and we're getting the weather change now, that's how internationally does it, is what FS HUD has said in their Discord. I don't know 100% if that's correct, but if that is, I understand it. And it does make sense for safety reasons, is what he was saying in his Discord, that they do that because only tower then will allow traffic for runways. Ground will not allow crossing of a runway. So I get it to a point. Now I just want to know if that's actually realistic. 100%. Over the tower 120.1, SkyWest 5477. Have a great next 11 hours. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be like, you threatened me. No, just disregards me. Tower, SkyWest 5477, ready to go runway 32. Alright, so we have to make a turn to the left, it looks like.
SkyWest 5477, Saginaw Tower, wind tree 15 at 20, gust 27, fly runway heading, runway tree 2, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 32 cleared for takeoff, SkyWest 5477. Alright, I'm going to go to auto responds for the departure here. This is a pretty short runway. So we're going to bring up the throttles. Let them get stabilized. Grand. And let's go flying to Chicago. We got a new update for what? What happened? For Flight Sim, Beyondatc, the Phoenix? What's happening? V1, rotate. I do wish there were callouts on this plane. And positive rate, gear going up. I forgot the stupid yoke cam. Alright, there we go. Yoke cam's back in. We're back in business, folks. It's not an AI guy flying a plane. Alright, runway heading. So we're going to maintain where we are. We're cleared up to 5,000 feet. And, oh.
Contact Cleveland Center 127.7.
Got an air for Beyondatc. Got that gone. Cleared. Beautiful. Good. And next notch of flaps coming up shortly. Climb lever.
1,600.
Full flaps up, and spoilers are stowed.
SkyWest 5477, Cleveland Center.
Damn, they just cleared us right up.
Contact, climb maintain flight level 340.
Cool. What the hell is that over there?
Flight level 340, SkyWest 5477.
What is that? Like a bunch of holes. I don't have that Orbex.
Turn left heading 240.
240.
Clearance in about 22 miles.
Turn left heading 240, SkyWest 5477.
What the hell is that? There's like a bunch of smokestacks or something all bunched up together. Is that Chernobyl? Here in Michigan? Alright, turning over to 240, climbing up to 340. Chicago is always interesting coming on into. Now, we should be direct, though.
Delta 505, contact Chicago Center 134.95.
Chicago.
Center on 134.95, Delta 505. Have a good one.
Alright.
5477, Cleveland Center, expect windy 2, runway 28 center.
Windy 2. We'll expect runway 28 center, windy 2 transition, or sorry, windy 2 star, SkyWest 5477. It might have got confused, because I confused myself. Nope, smarter than I am. It's like, this idiot pilot can't even talk to us. I was talking at work the other day, I want to get on VATSIM soon, and just kind of see how much AI ATC has taught me over the past year and a half. See if I'm more confident, skillful, or just a complete idiot like I am in real life. Probably more so that. That'd be my guess. Alright, up to 10,000 soon. Let's go AP on. And landing lights off. Bring out the map so we can see where we're going. Oh, this is a weird flight plan. And then windy 28 center. Arrival. Windy 2, but we're going 28 center instead. And windy 2 transition. We didn't have a transition, so insert that. And then we'll go ahead and clear out this go and that. Alright, that should clear out that issue. And then they should vector us direct to there. 28 center, change that in my tablet. I'll get the actual navigraph here going to in this plane. I like that it has all the things starred for you. But we do have to change the runway, so clear out that, go to all, and then arrival. Nope, not arrival. Approach. 28 center. Which one's the? There we go. 28 center. It's a short hop, so I just need to prepare it early on. There's a lot of freaking airports. 28 center. There it is. And ILS. ILS. We'll take that one. Cool, grand. And why did it? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Direct to victory.
Cleared direct victory. Resumo navigation.
Go on down here, direct to
5477.
victory. Insert, grand, and it goes to auto for the nav. Alright, cool. Nothing, never mind, it's nothing big. Flight Sim 2024. That's exactly what an AI would say. Those are the Empire State Buildings. No VATSIM. Hey, welcome in P2. Welcome on in. It's been a long time. Yeah, I started later today. Day off from work, so I decided, and I was also recording something else earlier in the morning. But yeah, a little later today, we're on our way to Chicago. Welcome on in, P2. For those who do not know, P2 is a long-term veteran of our beautiful community here. One of the first. How did you get the job, P2? This is the important question. Did you get the job? Was it the one you interviewed for? That was what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Standard pressure. And runway 28 center. So this will be interesting. I'm very curious how it's going to do this approach. It's always just really funky here. I posted my last flight plan coming into O'Hare because it was really funky. Nice. Cool. Hey, congratulations though. I'm glad things have worked out. You know, we talked about it on that stream, but you know, things happen and it really sucks. But now you're with a new place, and you said you were going to quit anyway, so it ended up working out. So what is the update for Flight Sim? Now I'm curious, JT. We got a new beta, the 15th. Yep, we sure did. Changes to career mode. Okay, blah blah blah. All right, we got it. So general fixes, potential crashes, which is good. Good. fix the usage of the EFB, VR, added legacy 2020 UI framework. Okay, so there's a few good bug fixes. That tells me that Sim Update 2 will probably get out of beta pretty quick. That's good though. JT, that's good though. Nothing big means that there's no big bugs, which means that Sim Update 2 could come out relatively soon. That'd be my guess. Hey, you love your new job, that's awesome. I actually, what was it? A couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, I was considering, it wouldn't be a new company, it would be the same company, but transition to a new opco with the company I work for. Well, no, it's the same opco too, just a different place. So it would be manufacturing and not customer side of things. And I was looking really forward to it, with the exception of the drive. Right now my drive's like 5 minutes from work. If I were to get this other job, it would have been like a 40-minute drive, which is a lot, but the pay would have been like $5 more potentially an hour, which would be really cool. But I had a doctor's appointment, and the doc said that there may be some other issues going on with my health. So I decided it's best to kind of just chill where I am, not do something new, potentially cause issues going forward, and kind of just see what happens. So maybe one day I won't worry about it. Haven't simmed in a few weeks. My channel is getting ignored. I need to get back into the game. I've been waiting for the PMGG, Phoenix, etc. to officially come in 2024. Yeah, the Phoenix, I know it's still in experimental. Definitely still in experimental, but there's very few issues with it. PMGG, the 737 does work still unofficially in 2024. Still has its issues here and there. There is a workaround to, if you disable the walk around mode in 2024, you have to go in and edit a file. If you disable that, then you can then spawn at a gate, cold and dark, and have no issues with the 737 for the most part. Still a couple of issues, but for the most part it's workable. P2, if you didn't know, the first part of the stream I flew the E-Jet, which got an update for 2024. It's the 2020 version. Sorry, the 2020 version, just a minor tweak to make it work in 2024. And it primarily works in 2024. I can't get the flight plan to work properly even with the steps they said, but it's fun to have the E-Jet in 2024. It's another plane I can fly now instead of flying, the same planes over and over again. Which, don't get me wrong, I love this Phoenix. It's a grand plane, but it's nice to have that diversity with the planes. My commute is 2 hours one way. Okay, but you work remote most days. Okay, good lord, 2 hours. Okay, as long as you have remote, that's cool then.
Chicago Center, SkyWest 5477, flight level 279er.
It's 2 hours in and I'm losing my voice already. It doesn't help that that I recorded a podcast with a friend earlier this morning for an hour. I hope everything goes well with your health. You've been through, yeah, I appreciate it, P2. I have uninstalled 2020 and only 2024 now. I fly the Phoenix sometimes, but my liveries don't work. The liveries don't work, really? Which ones? Ain't buying it till the VNAV? Yeah. They said, they had said at FS Weekend that they would have something at the expo this June. We'll see what happens. Also, I talked about it before, but I pulled back because of concerns about my health with the expo. I was initially going to go to the expo in Rhode Island, and then I pulled back and I was going to just do it online now. I was looking at tickets yesterday to go out there for the day. So go out there Friday, get out there Friday afternoon, and be there for the show on Friday night. and then leave Saturday morning, or sorry, Saturday night, so I can at least have about 24 hours or so at the expo. So I'm considering it. The flight's like $400, and a hotel would probably be $100 and some odd dollars, and then traveling probably, you know, so we're looking at about $600. That's a lot of money. So I don't know. I'd also like to wait to see what's announced for the next year's, because if next year is even closer, I think Minneapolis was in there, and there was somewhere else that was pretty close by too. That would be in there too. Minneapolis would be freaking awesome. I have family there. I can just stay there and get a hotel. I can drive. It's a 10-hour drive. Or not 10-hour drive. It's a 5-hour drive. That'd be freaking awesome. I think Ohio was in there too, as well. None of the liveries work on my Phoenix. I fly with the default. Oh yeah, I remember you saying you had an issue with that. Yeah. I wonder why. All of mine work. Even the ones I've downloaded from FlightSim.to. I was going to go to the expo, but trying not to be political here as a Canadian, and having the skin color and accent I have and all the other things that are going on, I'm too worried to visit. I don't blame you, P2. I don't blame you at all. Trust me. I have a friend, he's from Dubai. And this was before, well, this was during Trump's first administration. Not to get political as well, but he's from Dubai, and he had moved to the United States about a decade before. But we had traveled, my wife and I had traveled to Florida to visit Universal Studios. And I was there, and he was texting me, and he was telling me how he was getting ready to go on a trip to Dubai to visit family. And he said he can't wait for security, you know, as a joke. And at security, I was like, you know, what do you mean? Like, what goes on? He's like, well, every time I get screened. I was like, every time? You can't be, you know, joking. You have to be joking. That's every time. He's like, yeah, every time. I was like, no. He's like, yeah. He's like, think of it. I'm from Dubai. My skin color, and my name. It was like, no way. So he gets that random security check because of those things. It has nothing to do with anything else except for that. That's just, it's wild to me that TSA does that. It's wild. I'm sorry, JT. I try to stay off the political stuff. You know, I talk about it enough in my life, so I try to stay away from it. Try to stick with the airplanes here on the channel.
5477, contact Chicago Center 128.5.
Center on 128.5, SkyWest 5477.
Alright, so, yeah, so many people have
Chicago
such stories,
Center,
unfortunately.
SkyWest 5477. Good day, flight level 340.
Yep, totally get a P2. Hey, Canada's always welcome in my heart. You know, I lived a few hours from Canada for many, many years up in Minnesota. Fly to US and flight sim. So Canada will always be a big part for me. 100%. Alright, flight level 340, landing runway 28 center. So let's go ahead and put this in our system here as well. So, 2996. Temperature is 11? Really? Is it that cold out? No way. 51 degrees out. I'll be damned. Canada plus California, we can merge. We love Canada here. Damn right. They're our friends. They are our friends. I had a friend who he wanted to join. This was like 20 years ago. Maybe not 20 years, 14 years ago. Anyways, he wanted to join. It's crazy. Okay, so he was born in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota. Okay, but he had like a Canadian accent. It's hilarious. But he wanted to join the border, what's it called? Customs for Canada, so that he could help people who want to visit U.S. and struggle, you know, not knowing how to do it properly and all that jazz. Oh, that's so cool. 28 Centa. I had thoughts a few years ago, well, not a few years ago, this is probably a decade ago too, of moving to Canada. Seriously. Except I'm a pretty thin dude, and I don't know if I can handle that winter out there. It's awful enough in Minnesota. I don't know how the hell I'd be able to handle the winter there. I would pass out probably.
Center on 134.905, Delta 835. Have a good day.
P2's a fellow kipper. Who isn't? Alright, so here's the thing with Beyondatc. So you see how we're going here? It should vector us somewhere after windy here to runway 28 center. But it doesn't. Okay? So now if we look at the approach chart here, you see where we are? We're here. Here's windy. It should vector us here. Instead, what's going to happen, and I'm not going to manipulate it, it's going to have us go all the way around to BAM. And then it's going to have us do a 180 to come back in. Unless it was fixed, which I don't know if it was, because I sent this over to them on their Discord a while back ago. And I don't think there's been any updates since I submitted this. We'll see. Hopefully it gets fixed. Or hopefully it did get fixed and it won't, you know, have us do this. But I'm banking on that happening. The winter has gotten milder, especially in the greater Toronto area where I live. My wife had a friend in Toronto. At max, we get a few days minus 15 Celsius. Ugh. Global warming's not real, though, P2. Come on now. Just like the Earth is flat. Come on now. Not crazy. I swear, man, like... So we moved to the Chicago area almost 5 years ago. And it's been the most mildest winters I've ever had in my entire life. And my mom, who's still in Minnesota, she had a very mild winter the last couple winters as well. They've gotten snow still, but nothing like they normally do. And here, other than like 2 days, the entire winter, other than the 2 days, I don't think we had anything under 10 degrees, other than 2 days, including at night. I think like the lowest was maybe 15 on average. Fahrenheit. It's just, and then look on Kip's side. Kip having, what was it, an earthquake yesterday? And then you got the wildfires there. Like, it's just scary, man. If we don't kill ourselves with nuclear bombs or, you know, our own military, then it's going to be nature that's pissed off at us for all the oil we've drilled and all the waste we have. Because I'm sure Mother Nature's not all that fun, or not all that happy right now. Kind of took this earth and just kicked the shit out of it in the last, what, 150 years?
Delta 505, Chicago Center, copy.
Down in San Diego. You're not in San Diego though, right? You're in the LA area?
Climb and maintain 15,500 feet. Altimeter 2984.
A lot of snow this year, but everything's melted off. Oh, you have sister and brother in San Francisco? Awesome. I like to visit. I want to visit San Diego and I want to visit San Francisco. LA is a little much for me. Yep. No offense. It just seems like it's way populated. And Chicago is very populated too, but we have so many suburbs here. Like where I live, you know, I'm like 45 miles from Chicago, and it kind of looks like your typical Midwest city. It's pretty calm here. LA you just seem like everyone's just like stacked on top of each other. But I bet you the food is like amazing. Amazing. Chicago Center.
Center on 127.55.
Could be its own state. That's probably like New York too. Like I think of if New York City wasn't in New York, would New York even be a thing? And this, people could say the same thing about Chicago though. All of these suburbs around Chicago, like there was actually a petition about making Chicago, like separating Chicago into its own thing. I'm like, y'all not gonna get passed.
SkyWest 5477, Chicago Center.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna end up getting that 360 here. Oh, hold on. Whoa. All right, well, we got altitude descent.
Chicago O'Hare landing runway 28 center. Altimeter 299er6.
We got cleared down to 3-2.
After windy, cleared via windy 2. Pilot's discretion descend and maintain flight level 330.
Pilot's discretion. But that's only for our altitude, right? Not for our vector. Because they still are going to vector us over there. At pilot's discretion, descend and maintain. So whenever I'm ready, I can descend down to 3-2. I might as well do it now.
Frontier flight 1370. Contact Chicago.
We got a long way to go. In Toronto, there's a movement to separate out of Ontario because we vote differently from the rest of the province and our vote doesn't matter. Really? I'd like to visit Toronto too. We're not that far from Toronto.
Contact Chicago approach 119.0.
I'm gonna get my passport still.
Contact Chicago.
I gotta get that before I go on the trip.
Chicago approach, SkyWest 5477. Good day. Flight level 336 with the numbers.
With the numbers. All right, so we're making our descent. We're not going with some stutters.
77 Chicago approach, altimeter 299er6. Expect the visual approach runway 28 center.
All right, and we have no issues there. Grand.
Approach runway 28
Some
center,
stutters here.
SkyWest 5477.
What's going on? It's really bad. Alright, 28 center. Let's look at the map real quick, because I don't remember where 28 center is. Oh, that's not the one I want. This one. 28 center's left side, so we're going to end up landing 28 center. And the airport here is just all screwed up. So, Papa 1, Delta Delta, Alpha, Quebec, Uniform, and then whatever, probably. But I don't know if this is going to match up because this chart's not correct with the airport. It's just a disaster. Someone needs to update Chicago. The local way to say Toronto is Toronto. Really? No T? Either from here or out of town. Really? So you feel it's the only city in North America where you feel safe walking around at 1 a.m.? Like big city or just small city? I've been to a lot of small cities. I don't feel safe walking around them though. Wake turbulence. So, does Does AI traffic cause wake turbulence too? Did you test that in your stream? I can't remember. You stream so late, so I can only catch like the beginning part of it, and then I gotta go to bed. Well, late for me. Normal time for you. Only city except Vegas. Oh, all traffic does. Oh, that's pretty cool. So there's the airport, there's downtown. I'm like way over here, IRL. Milwaukee is over here somewhere. Six Flags, if you know of. Six Flags Great American Theme Park is, there's Waukegan's airport, so they would be, or that would be somewhere around here. Listen, did you landed at Waukegan in the sim not too long ago, didn't you, Kip? Injected and multiplayer all cause wake. Me and the cats eat Kip, watch Kip eating dinner. Well, while eating dinner. So we were, where the hell are we now? We were like right around here on Thursday for that Critical Role event. Very, very cool. Oh, hold on now. Yeah, right around here, I think. Trying to get my bearings. Yeah, I think it was Neofly. Or maybe it was, I don't remember if you're doing Honor or Neofly, one of the two.
Chicago approach, Envoy 3812. Good day. Flight level 2907 with information hotel.
Alright, at BAM, we're going to get redirected. I'll report this log to the Beyondatc folks. See if we can get this adjusted at some point. It's when they did their last big vector change stuff. It's no big issue. It happens. But it's this airport, like, this airport is so crazy complicated. This might be the most complicated airport in North America. Or maybe the world. It's just so stupid. It's big, there's a billion runways. There's so many stars. There are so many different ways to get into the airport. It is crazy. It's also the largest, or sorry, the busiest airport for regional airlines. Which makes sense, because there are, you know, a handful of regional airlines. And Chicago is a hub to connect the Midwest. So we got Midway. There's Midway right there, a little tiny Midway. I used to work right here, right around there. It was cool when we did that stream for the Technical Alpha, because all these people are popping in and say, hey, go fly here, go fly there. And we went there and people were, you know, directing us and letting us know what's going on. Hey, turn left because you go over this bridge and you can see this building over here and it does something. It's so cool to do that. You get your own tour guides in real life. One thing I wish they would fix in this area for Flight Sim, and this is going to come probably with the Bing Maps update, is increase the photogrammetry, or the satellite imagery farther out, so it gets more of the suburbs. Because as you can see, it goes on for a bit. You know, kind of about right here is where it kind of cuts off when it gets into farmland. But it goes way out here. And way out here too. This is kind of more farmland. No, this is still city. Suburbs. McHenry over here, I think. Alright, so we should get vectors now to do a 180. Momentarily. Good thing like Beyondatc doesn't ding you for late flights. What add-on does that? Is it New Sky? If you're late?
SkyWest 5477, leave BAMBB heading 100.
Bambi.
Bambi. Approach runway 28 center.
Alright, 100.
Leave BAM heading 100. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 28 center. SkyWest 5477.
SkyWest 5477, turn right heading 100, descend and maintain 8,000, altimeter 2996.
Alright, 100 down to 8,000.
About 42 miles.
Let's get that descent going too.
Turn right,
Oops.
heading 100, descend and maintain 8,000, altimeter 2996, SkyWest 5477.
Okay, cool. So we got our descent going, we have our right vector turn. We look at our charts now, so we see where we are. We're going to be turning to the east. Will vector us around 8,000 for the altitude, which puts us here. Which means, oh, wrong one, this one here. Probably around here. Well, no, sorry. Yeah, somewhere around here. Okay, that should work out pretty good. It's New Sky. Neofly also has some impossible time missions. Neofly, I love Neofly for being a free product. It's really good. I bought there's some add-on you can buy for like $10 or something. I bought that, and I think there was 2 other add-ons you could buy. So I gave them money because like I used the hell out of it. But anyways, when it first came out, I used a lot of it when 2020 came out, doing my around the world tours. With an S, you know, like everyone else. So I did around the world, around the U.S., around South America, you know, around North America, around Europe, etc. All these different tours. And then my database got corrupted, and I was so pissed off. And it was at that moment where I gave up on Neofly. I was like, I don't want to do this again. Not that it matters, because you can just go in there, whatever. But I built up a lot of stuff, man. I lost my database. Got corrupted. I tried to go in there and fix it. But I couldn't. I didn't know what actually got corrupted. That was unfortunate.
SkyWest 5477, turn right heading 175.
Yeah, all in the cloud, for sure. 175.
Turn right, heading 175, SkyWest 5477.
175? Why the hell are we going 175? Are we too far, so it's trying to get us closer in? Yeah, that's on air for sure. That's where the cloud is huge. And I get why on air, or New Sky doesn't, or not New Sky, Neofly doesn't do it. You know, the free program, whatever. Totally get it. Oh, I see what it's doing, okay. So if we look at the charts here, we go to the charts. I'm gonna be like a weatherman. We look on the maps here. So it's trying to get us on course here. Bring us on in. It's making sense. It's not doing just crazy stuff. There's a sense. There's a plan behind everything. I can't get New Sky to work anymore. I haven't tried it for a while, but it was giving me a what was it? Login error? I can't remember what it is anymore. I posted in their Discord. People were reporting the same problem. But the dev said there's nothing wrong. The server's up to date. All's running. Other people can log in. So he was thinking certain ISPs that might be blocking it. And I can't just go switch another IP because where I live, the good old friends over at Xfinity dominate the market. So it's either you get nice high-speed internet at an ungodly expensive rate, or you get 5G, which is not good enough for flight sim or a family of 3 here. Oh yeah, VPN, just for New Sky. I never thought about that. A VPN might work. I had to do a VPN for something else too, some other program. I don't remember what it was though. It was all legit, not like illegal stuff, but it was some other program where it wouldn't let me log in. I was using Google's VPN when they had it. I don't remember. Alright, heading 100. Winds are 73 up here. Good lord. Alright, we gotta descend a lot faster than this. We're way too high. Let's go ahead and also do our approach phase so that our speed comes down. They better not be trying to vector us in right away for the arrival, because we're way too high. A PIA. Oh, interesting. So only certain programs will use the VPN. That's rather interesting. I'll look into it. I have to make it simple enough though for my wife, because I don't think she'll understand anything. She has struggles sometimes. She has this wind's pushing us. She has sometimes issues just getting the TV to work properly, so I can't over confuse her. Alright, switching over to the northeast now, because that wind is pretty aggressive and it pushed us further south. That's rather interesting. Got some 50% discount codes from some YouTube channel. Probably easy to find one. So I have Chrome use VPN and Adblock it, and the rest don't. Oh, it's just on your PC. Oh, interesting.
Turn right, heading 100, SkyWest 5477.
I'll check that out. Thanks for a tip. I'll check it out for sure. Google's VPN was pretty good. So you get Google's VPN if you have, or if you had Google One or something, or OneDrive, or whatever the hell they call it. Yeah, Google One. If you had enrolled in their thing, they would give it to you. And then you could do the same thing. You could do it for certain programs. But the problem with their VPN is that it would consistently drop off. It just randomly disconnect from the VPN and it wouldn't reconnect to it. Very frustrating. But it was only on the PC it would do that. Like on my phone, it would never do it.
SkyWest 5477, turn right, heading 165.
Alright, I'm gonna do the 100. I'm not gonna do 165. That's too much.
Turn right, heading 165, SkyWest 5477.
I just know it's gonna recorrect it because of the wind. The wind on the ground is 11, so it's not too bad. It's just up here is high. $80 for 3 years. That's a hell of a steal. Alright, this one looked a lot better. 100. We're kind of lined up now with the approach. Still a little high in the altitude. That's alright though. We'll make it work. as the wind comes down, we're not pushing us over to the south as much.
SkyWest 5477, turn right, heading 215.
We're too high for that vector, so we'll wait a couple. We'll wait a little bit.
Turn right, heading 215.
Let's look at our ILS approach now.
SkyWest 5477.
7,000, 8,000.
Descend and maintain 6,200 feet.
6,200.
Descend and maintain 6,200 feet. SkyWest 5477.
Good, and standard pressure. Fantastic. All right, we'll make our turn shortly after this point here. Well, actually, we might be able to do it actually right at that point. I just can't go too fast on this. I like my 100% with a pilot's life, so I have to be under 210 on the approach, I think it is. And it is like a ticking time bomb. If you're over it for too long, then it will dock you the points. And you know what? I'm an overachiever here. I'm an overachiever. I like my 100%. I'm a 98% something right now. So we're going to wait until shortly after, then we'll vector us over to the south. Well, it's 9,000 here, so we can probably make it happen now. Just we're a little fast. I want to wait and drop the V speed just a little bit. Alright, landing lights coming on shortly as well. And the vector was 215. That's a bit harsh too. 165 made sense for the initial. Strong way. So let's go, and landing lights are on. Speed's gonna come on down a little bit. And let's make our turn. I'm gonna go 165 initially. Let's see what that is. That might work out pretty good. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do that 215, right? Yeah, 215 should work. I think what Beyondatc needs to do is they need to spend just some time and do a lot of testing with this airport, with O'Hare. Because I think it's more of an O'Hare issue with it being just so complex. Departures are fine, just the arrivals that can be really shaky. Alright, altitude's looking good now. Let's go ahead and bring up our VS, or I'll bring it down technically. Should be about there. Let's go ahead and stow those speed brakes. And localizer is armed. LS is set. Altimeter 29904. We're expecting 29906. So if I was lower, I think we would have been all right with some of the instructions they gave. Still think we would have been a little high though. Either way. And we're not going to catch the localizer because we're pretty far out yet, so let's go ahead and vector ourselves. I think I have Beyondatc too low a traffic. I lowered it down. En route is 5. Arrivals is 2. I'm going to increase. I'm going to try 3 for arrival. I'm going to do 3 for part. Departures, I'm going to keep at 2. I mean, sorry. Yeah, departures I'm going to keep at 2. I want a little bit more traffic. Let's not get carried away, though. Right, vector us back over. Alright, and STO 8,000, so we're going to be low. That's fine.
Chicago approach.
Yes.
American 489. Flight level 263, we have hotel.
Be back in a bit. Have a good meeting. I'll probably be done, actually. This will probably be the last flight for the day. That'll be about 3 hours. That's pushing it for me. Alright, now we gotta get that damn localizer captured.
American 489, Chicago approach. Good day. Altimeter 29er96. Expect the visual approach. Runway 28 center.
Altimeter 29er96. Expect the visual approach.
29er96.
Center. American 489.
Alright, so 29er6 is set in the system.
Air India 127 Heavy. Chicago approach. Altimeter
So I
29er96.
didn't mess with
Expect
the...
visual approach. Runway 28 center.
Well, I guess I did mess with the arrivals. So just like that, adding it by 1 seemed to improve it quite a bit. Alright, speed's good.
Chicago approach, American 471, flight level 183, we have hotel on
Localizer
board.
should be captured up here, by there, I should say. Meemaw.
American 471, Chicago approach. Good day. Altimeter 29er96. Expect the visual approach. Runway 28 center.
Winds are currently 26. A little breezy up here.
29er96, expect the visual approach runway 28 center, American 471.
Alright. Looking pretty good.
Chicago approach. Friendly 474.
So coming from... Oh, there's a localizer.
Hotel.
Coming from the E-Jet back into the Phoenix for a flight. We'll see how terrible I am on this landing. Although they kind of handle pretty close to the same. The only difference I feel is that E-Jet is a little bit aggressive on the throttle. Kind of like the 737 MAX from a Sogo. The auto throttle is pretty aggressive. So then it starts to pitch up and then pitch down too much where you have to readjust the trim on a dime. If you don't catch it right, then it's really funky. Alright, approach is armed as well. I'll check out that update for Sim Update 2 this afternoon. I'm a-guessing it's fine. I'm a-guessing. Alright, glide slope not captured yet. At Meemaw, we want to be at 6,000, so we are slightly... glide slope's not captured, localization captured. 5,000 at Russ, okay. So let's see if we get a glide slope capture or not. I can't remember where it captures it here. Hazel, you want to be at 4,000. So we might have to go VS for this arrival as well. Yeah, I'm not even seeing it captured yet, so let's go Hazel 4,000. So now I'm just kind of looking at that blue line here. And that blue line's telling me where we're going to expect to be based on our current speed and our current descent. Yeah, it seems very minor. But like I was telling JT, like that's good news though, right? There's a glide slope. Cool. It's good news though because it might mean that Sim Update 2 could be potentially ready to go live for everyone. And other than that first update, you know, the first beta for Sim Update 2, it's been really stable for me. I haven't had a CTD because of it. It's been very, very good. So, that means with Sim Update 3, might skip that first update. We'll see what happens. But I'm glad that they're doing these updates more frequently. I'm glad they're not changing the world with it either. Like, small little tweaks, small little updates, right? Slow boat approach, I think, is best for flight sim. I know we all want the best and the newest things to come out, but when you do that, you end up breaking crap.
SkyWest 5477 airport is at your 12 o'clock, 15 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have that beautiful O'Hare in sight. SkyWest 5477. Yeah, it's very impressive for a Sobo. I don't remember having these many updates.
5477, verify you have the field in sight.
They didn't like me saying that, I guess. We have that field in sight, SkyWest 5477. Yeah, with Flight Sim 2020, I don't remember the betas really being that in-depth. Like, we get an update, and then, like, several weeks later, we maybe get another update.
Cleared visual approach 28 center, SkyWest 5477.
12 nautical miles out. Spoilers are armed. Oh, I was gonna do the trim thing in this flight too, and I forgot. Alright, maybe next time, if I remember.
SkyWest 5477, contact O'Hare Tower 120.75.
Alright, I'm gonna switch to...
Contact Tower 120.75,
or turn off auto respawn. I'll go ahead and handle comms on the
5477.
approach. First notch flaps out. O'Hare Tower, SkyWest 5477 is on the ILS 28 center, ready to land. That's way too much talking. I'm out of my groove. I don't talk a lot to ATC now. I've gotten so lazy. I do so much autocom. 27. And Navi's like, or not Navi, yeah, Navi's like way outdated. Runway 28 center, cleared to land, SkyWest 5477. They don't call it the Windy City for nothing. Alright, flaps 2. And again, I'm going to aim for Delta Delta. Yeah, exactly. More realistic for sure. I remember when Brian was being a dick, and people were like, yeah, you know, I'd love to have autocom and all that stuff, and he's like, that's not how it's done, and people are like, no, that's real life, though. Like, the pilot flies, and then the co-pilot, or vice versa, will handle the comms on airliners. He's like, nah, it's part of the sim, you gotta be able to do all of it. Not everyone wants to do that, though. Alright, flaps are 3. And flaps are full. 5. We're gonna go to airport. And again, I'm aiming for... what the hell? There we go. Delta, Delta, all the way down. We'll see what they give us. We'll see if the taxi signs say too, 'cause I have no idea if that's right. Alright, AP's off my aircraft. We're all gonna die eventually here soon. 29 knots currently. Got a little bit of a crosswind. Nothing terrible. Yeah, people don't want realism. They want to force people to do whatever they personally do. Otherwise, VATSIM Airlines would be required to have 2 pilots, which sure. That's a great way to think about it, for sure. Alright, nose down. We're a little high on the approach now. But don't overcorrect the Phoenix. Phoenix does not like being overcorrected, as I just did. Never listen to what I say, unless what I say is looking wrong. And that's what I'm saying to do. Hear what I'm saying?
500.
This wind's really screwing me. What is going on with this plane? I don't have MP on, so that is a Beyondatc aircraft. Oh, are they holding? Oh, is that a taxiway? I can't tell. Now I'm focused on that plane. I'm screwing up this approach.
100 above.
Okay, yeah, it's the taxiway. Okay, never mind, it's fine, it's fine. I'm not sure why they're holding, unless there's another plane on final. little bit of cross.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Alright, hold it for a couple seconds, bring up that nose, let it settle. There's the settle. There's the wind shear, or the gust. That was a full left rudder. Reversers out, flaps coming up. I forgot to turn on the yoke cam. I'm terrible. Fired. Alright, reversers are out, slowing down to 80 knots, and then we'll stow them. Alright, they are stowed. This looks to be Papa 1. I'm gonna go one more. Alright, and spoilers are stowed as well. That felt pretty decent. It was a little hectic on the arrival there, but we got there. Here's Delta Delta. Oh, they say Charlie Charlie. I'm going Delta Delta. Landing lights are off. Exit right at Charlie Charlie, Delta, or sorry, SkyWest 5477. I forgot what airline I'm flying. Alright, here we go. So we're going to hold 28 right.
Contact ground 121.75. Have a good one.
Traffic.
Ground 121.75. SkyWest 5477. I want to say Delta again. Traffic. Oh. Plane just took off. Maybe that's why they were holding. Because where's that big plane? Right there.
Envoy 3812, Gate Golf 14, request pushback and engine start.
Alright, Gate Hector, or not Hector,
Envoy 3812,
Hotel
O'Hare
15.
ground, pushback approved, face south.
So that would be
Pushback
right around
approved,
there.
face south. Envoy
So it
3812.
might have us take Alpha all the way down, I guess. O'Hare ground, SkyWest 5477, holding short 28 right, ready to taxi to Gate Hotel 15.
SkyWest 5477, welcome to Chicago O'Hare Airport, Gate Hotel 15, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Pilot's discretion? What? Pilot, taxi at pilot's discretion, SkyWest 5477. That's different. Huh. I've never had that happen at O'Hare. This is funny because I've actually had this pilot discretion thing. I should probably check the other planes. At another airport, and then it came back with. Then it came back. Oh, San Francisco. Then it came back with the actual taxi instructions. Taxi at pilot's discretion, SkyWest 5477. Yeah, it's not the only one that's confused, Kip. I'm totally confused with O'Hare as well.
American 471, Gate Kilo 20 taxi via Papa 2, Papa Echo Echo.
Like I said, I really want someone to update. I can't believe Asobo didn't update this airport. Like it's this isn't. I don't know if this is their premium one or not, their handcrafted one, but or if I have another one. But like someone needs to update Asobo. Or Asobo. Someone needs to update O'Hare.
471, cross runway 28 center at Papa 2. Continue taxi via
Because an example.
Papa Echo. Hold short runway
Let's see.
right.
Let's test the theories out here. So this is Quebec. Quebec is this saying Kilo, but Navi is saying Kilo. Or sorry, Quebec. And this is supposed to go straight based on the charts, but obviously you can't. So we got to go on whatever the hell this was, Kilo. Okay, and then there's no Tango on the charts here. So this is Alpha on my charts. Actually, no, it's not, because it doesn't even exist. Alright, look at it. Look at it. What the hell?
SkyWest 4739 at Gate Foxtrot 14. Request pushback.
And then we'll just make a left up here at this next We'll make it work.
West 4739, O'Hare ground.
Someone needs to update this.
Face south.
Like, how can O'Hare, which is, as I said earlier, the most busiest Midwest airport in the U.S., not be completely up to date, or at least somewhat up to date? I know they're working on stuff, but like, come on now. All right, November 2, but mine says Bravo 1. So we're taking November Bravo 1. And then we got American over there. And now we're going to be on Bravo. I guess this is Alpha 8. This part is kind of somewhat fixed up. No, it's not. This is 14. Oh, this is 15. Alright, but Hotel 8, or hold on, Hotel 15 is up here. Alright, golf. What do we got here? 12, 15. Hey, look at that. What the hell? Oh no, 16. Oh, it's on the other side, huh? Oh well, we're gonna park in the wrong gate like we did in our last airport. What was that? Phoenix? No, where did we go? I don't even remember anymore. Alright, taxi lights off. Yeah, Phoenix, right? Isn't that where we landed? Alright, we're one gate off. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. If this is 14 and this is 16... Oh. Yeah, okay. Evens on this side, odds on the other side. 15 is probably right there. Oh well. We'll make it work. Alright. Let's go to the Phoenix app.
West 4739,
and
runway
GPU
28
chocks,
right taxi
toggle the
via
jetway.
Alpha 17 Lima Lima.
And external
November
power's
Yankee.
on, down below. Engine 1 and 2 are off, taxi lights
Runway
already
28
off, so
right
we're not
taxi
doing
via
that.
Alpha. Alpha 17 Lima Lima, November Yankee, SkyWest 4739.
And we made it. Let's turn off Beyond ETC, and let's see what we got from a pilot's life, shall we? So our last one was a 165 or whatever. This flight, and it was 100. This flight was 100 as well. Very nice, very nice. And a 160, whoa, no wait, 166. G was 116. And the last flight was 165, right? Let me see. Last one was 132, never mind. So our landing rate was not as good for this one, but the G's were better for this one. Interesting. And my average score is 98.91. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Who was it? Oh, shoot, who was it the other day? They were checking out my... Oh, J. Russ. They were checking out my my profile, and apparently SkyWest, I'm like number 3 or 5 or something like that on number of XP or flights. So apparently I've done most of my flights with SkyWest. But I'm that high on the list. And then I went through and I looked at all the... Actually, I'll bring it up. It's kind of cool. Whoosh. How do you do it again? Go to community. And then airline leaderboard. Here we go. Okay. So here I am with SkyWest. I'm 3rd. I'm not... I have a while to get to 2nd or 1st. I'll probably never do that. Although they're not active, so there's a chance. That's a lot of difference, though. So I'm 3rd there, and my other airline I flew the most, I think, was like United or something. Let me check. United, American, or Delta, probably. I don't think SkyWest was very much. It was 755, way down below in the charts there. And then since we're here, low on the ground, let's go to Southwest. Spirit was definitely not much. Southwest. I feel like a okay amount of Southwest. And it's still really low, 663. FedEx, maybe? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of people that do cargo. Between UPS and FedEx, probably be... Oh, 48, not bad. I'll take that. Although, look at the number of flights. Look at this. This person has 1,000. The next closest is like half of that. Alright, so top... Where was I? I lost it. There we go. Top 50 for FedEx. What about UPS? Now I'm really curious. I thought cargo would be higher. Alphabets. UPS. 128. Okay, so UPS seems to be the more sought after airline. Well, maybe not, because I'd be somewhere here if I did the same amount of flights, I guess. Yeah. Either way, I'm happy with my 98 point whatever it was. 98.91. It's like your average is your last 10 flights plus something else. It's your rankings, your average score, your last 10 flights plus your average score divided by 2. So that's not bad. That's pretty good for 793 flights, huh? I'll take a win. I'll take a win. But that's going to end the stream today. I do appreciate everyone coming in. Again, Kip, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the 10 memberships for the community. Appreciate it. And if you're streaming tonight, I'll probably pop in because I don't have a whole lot going on tonight. So hopefully see you tonight. And again, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.